What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Rossoneri TV, the most negative complainers in the Milan YouTube universe. Welcome in, everyone. We'll let some people fill in here. What's up, Fahadinho? What's up? So, as its namesake suggests for this episode of the pod, we want apologies. We want apologies from everyone right fucking now. Not yesterday, not tomorrow, not the day after, not an hour from now, right fucking now. We want apologies from everyone who called us negative, called us complainers, said that we are spreading misinformation. You all should give us a formal apology right fucking now. We told you Bonerface was injury prone. We told you Bonerface was a risk. We told you that Gazzetta was not the only report on Bonerface being injury prone and possibly not being fit enough to complete the move. We told you this. We told you this days ago, many days ago, earlier in the week. We were told the Gazzetta just hates Milan. They're a bunch of liars. They have an agenda against us. Blah, 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 blah. We were even told in the comments, you guys are spreading misinformation. You guys are spreading misinformation about Bonerface. We told you we were right. It's been now verified. We deserve apologies right fucking now. From every channel that shit on this channel for calling out things for what they actually were, for seeing reality for what it was, for having the foresight to know that Moneyball, as a model for a club of AC Milan's size, ambitions, history, and what the fans and everyone that loves this club wants for this club, was never going to work, was never a good fit. We told you this a long time ago, years ago. They have destroyed our club in record fucking time. We're losing to Cremonese at home in the home opener. And we are told, stop complaining. Why are you guys always complaining? Why are you always so negative? Why are you always so fucking complicit? Why are you always so ready to jump on the Red Bird bandwagon excuse machine? Why are you so quick to run cover for them? Why don't you listen to us for once? And why don't you apologize too? You need to fucking apologize to us today. Today, right now. Apologies. Let me put one thing on the screen for you guys. If you're on mobile, if you're on your computer, let me just quickly welcome everyone in. Thank you so much for coming and joining me on a Sunday night. I know we all have work tomorrow. Maybe some of you have Monday scaries going through your system. Here's a moment you can take before bed to turn everything off, decompress, and listen to some Milan content. And if you would like to join me, you can as well. I put the link at the top of the chat. I want to put this on the screen right here. 1 year ago, this interview was absolutely superb. I loved watching Maldini as a player over 20 years, and I was happy he was part of the club again, but he actually did step out of line. He was not the owner after all. Now, this was just one of many Milan fans who were bamboozled by the oily, slicked back hair of Gary, Forlani's rat weaselly bullshit, and all of these interviews that they did about Moneyball. Moneyball being a great model for a club like AC Milan. Oh man, Moneyball will be amazing in Italy. It'll work so well. Anyways, this guy commented, if you take a little gander down at the bottom right-hand corner, you can see the premier voice in all of Milan YouTube content universe hearting this comment. There's Kush in the Milan corner right there, hearting this comment. Wow, you love the interview. Absolutely superb. Maldini stepped out of line. Oh, yeah, he really did step out of line, didn't he? He's not the fucking owner. No. He's only someone who etched his name. His family has etched their name in the history of our club, won everything for our club, and brought our fan base the most joy The most joy in the longest time. So many of us have suffered so much following this club. We followed this club at the tail end of their success in Europe when they were aging out. Most of us in our 20s, 30s, right? 20s, 30s, maybe even early 40s for some of you guys. Listen, we followed the club through banter era. We saw the highs, the lows. Maldini brought us the highs that we were hoping for, praying for. A lot of us had given up at that point. We didn't know if we would ever feel anything like that again as Milan fans. When Maldini brought us a Scudetto, when he brought us to the Champions League semifinals, when he made us competitive again, when he made us respected again, when the world was looking at Milan like a project to get behind, a project to support, an exciting project with Maldini at the helm. He brought us joy. And here we have the premier voice because he's got a 4K camera. He writes a good script, pretty articulate, nice little backdrop. I get all of that, no problem. I have no issues with good production quality. I appreciate good production quality. But when you heart comments like this, when you support bullshit like this, you don't deserve to be the premier voice on all things Milan from the fan base. You don't speak for us. You do not speak for us. Let me repeat that. You do not speak for us. You are not the voice of Milan fans. I'm sorry, Kush. I like you as a person, but you've had so many shit fucking takes. You're out of control, dude. And in your most recent live for Cremonese, again bringing up Origi, again bringing up CDK, again calling us fans who call this Redbird shit out complainers, and just people who are going to be negative no matter what. No, dude. We're going to be negative because this is bullshit. Because Redbird is destroying our club and continue to do so. We're not complaining. We're calling out shit for what it is. They're running us like shit. They've destroyed us. They continue to run us like shit. We're losing to Cremonese at home. Dude, we're not complaining. We're not being negative. We're calling out this bullshit so it doesn't continue. We're refusing to be complicit. We're refusing to keep our mouths shut and just carry along because what? Because what? You're literally doing what the Curva's doing, just taking it sitting down. You're just taking it laying down. I'm totally losing respect for you, dude. As a fan, as a friend, totally losing respect. It's not complaining to call out bullshit for what it is. It's not complaining. It's not being negative. Oh, well, these guys aren't going anywhere, so anything negative you say is just complaining at this point. Fuck off, dude. This is you hearting Maldini hate. This is you hearting Moneyball interview bullshit. Here's another one. Cardinale out. This user says, Cardinale out. Football Kush. I am giving them 2 summer mercatos before using that hashtag. Let me repeat that. I am giving them 2 summer mercatos before using that hashtag. 2. Keep that number 2 in your minds. And now look at this. Redbird Capital Partners has been in charge of AC Milan during 6 transfer windows. The acquisition was completed on August 31st, 2022. The transfer windows under Redbird's ownership. Let me count how many summer mercatos are in there. 1, summer 2023. 2, summer 2024. 3, summer 2025. As well as 3 winter transfer markets in between all of those summer transfer markets. My boy said 2. My boy said, did he not say 2? Guys, chat. Did I not say 2? Did he not say 2? It's been 6 transfer. Bruh. Bruh. It's been 3x the amount of transfer windows. Hold on. Let me go back. Let me put this on the screen one more time. Cardinale out. I'm giving them 2 summer mercatos. Redbird has been in charge of AC Milan for 6 transfer windows. 6. My boy said 2. And he's on a live for the Cremonese game saying, you guys are just complainers. Redbird's not going anywhere. So, like, what's the point of being negative? You're just complaining. Maldini signed Origi. My boy actually said that, bro. 6 transfer windows later, when Maldini brought us the only joy that we've experienced in over a decade as fans, my boy took the opportunity while reading the chat to shit on Maldini again and to back Redbird again and to run cover for Redbird again and call anyone putting out content, anyone commenting who's calling Redbird out for their bullshit, negative and complainers. I want apologies. Apologies all around, please. We deserve that. And Maldini deserves an apology from you specifically, my boy. Fucking bullshit. Let me go through some of the comments here. Hold on. No. One more. While we have over 20 plus people in here. One more. This is another. Listen, I like Kush. I like Martino. I like Fabio. I like all of these guys. I get along with all of these guys. And I get along with all of the guys who aren't really getting along with them right now. Roy, Nico, all these guys. Lab Gorilla, all these guys. I get along with everyone. But listen, bro, I'm going to put this tweet up. Don't take it personally. You're not the only person. It's just the first one that I found because I didn't feel like scrolling through more shit. Every single major Milan channel, English-speaking Milan channel who covers Milan, called this Gazzetta report bullshit. Shit journalism as per. Shit journalism as per. It wasn't just you. Sempre Milan. All of these guys. Dude. Okay, listen. This report came out. We did our due diligence going to German reports to see if Bonerface's injury history, attitude, all the things that they covered in Gazzetta, if any of those things were supported and backed, and if there was backup information, if there were other reports about it. There were tons of reports coming out of Germany about the same topic, okay? We go live. We posted on the YouTube feed. We go live. We discuss this issue. Bro, all of these guys, these major Milan channels, this is where everyone goes as their premier source of information. This is where people go to learn about Milan and to listen to good Milan analysis, good Milan takes. This is where they go, to these resources. All of these fucking guys said that report was bullshit. And anyone who believes those reports is a fucking idiot. They went so far, 10 toes down, just to go against what we said and what we reported. And it wasn't what we reported. We're just letting you know this is what the Gazzetta reported. These reports are backed up by reports coming out of Germany, where they cover Leverkusen, where they cover Bundesliga clubs. We were called idiots. We were called naive. We were called a bunch of bullshit from all these channels. Why would you share this? They have an agenda against Milan. Don't you know that they've had so many reports that are bullshit, bogus, agenda against Milan? They have an agenda against Milan. Dude, we said it was multiple reports, multiple sources, not just because, also Germany. People were in the comments saying, why are you guys spreading misinformation about Bonerface? Why are you spreading misinformation about Bonerface? He's zero risk. Bonerface is a zero risk signing. Fuck off. Fuck off. And apologize. You guys should all apologize for this. Shit journalism as per. Not just apologize to us for saying he wasn't a risk, that this was shit journalism, that we're idiots, that we're so stupid for believing this report, but also to your audience and to your fans. Because you blew smoke and bubbles up their asses too. And all of them were like, yeah, whatever. That's just bullshit. And now reports are coming out that Bonerface is not going to happen, dude. Now reports are coming out that this guy's not going to happen for us. Not only that, we are now in for this other guy harder, okay? And the most recent report is Do you want to know the club that we're battling for this striker harder? I'll caveat this with I know nothing about the guy. No idea. No fucking idea about the guy. But since I've looked into the guy, I know that Sporting is not starting him as their striker. He comes in the 70th minute plus. And I just found out that we're battling against Rennes, or however you say their name in Ligue 1. We're battling against Rennes for his signature. We are battling against Rennes for his signature. That is the level of striker that they're going after. A guy who cannot pass a medical, and then the backup option is a guy who we're battling. We're in a fierce battle against Rennes, whatever their name is, from Ligue 1. That's our fucking Moneyball level, dude. That's who we're battling against for a striker signing. While Jimenez is trash. We need a main striker, someone to start over Jimenez, and we are battling against Rennes from Ligue 1 for a striker signing because we couldn't convince Hoyland. Boniface is injury prone. Allegri wanted Vlahovic, but they don't want to pay up for him, even though we're fucking 8th place last season. They don't want to pay up for a fucking striker. Jovic is gone. Abraham's gone. Camarda's gone, but they still don't want to pay up for a striker. And we're told to stop complaining. Stop complaining, dude. You're so negative. You're so negative. Redbird isn't going anywhere. So why even complain? Why even call this shit out? Why even critique this shit? You're just a complainer. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, 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 ay. Let me go through some of the comments here. And for anyone just joining us, while I go through the comments, if you don't want to hear me read comments and you're waiting on your comment, just rewind and listen to the beginning of the video. I'm going to leave this one on the stage. This one right here. This one, listen, this one bothered me the most. I could scour and find so much shit. Dude, I have these guys saying Fonseca is going to be a surprise. I have these guys saying because Conceição is here, we still have a chance to win the Champions League. Bro, I have these guys saying the most idiotic, stupid fucking shit when it comes to Milan. It honestly makes my eyes bleed and causes me pain, causes me heart palpitations. I don't even want to go through this shit. There's being a hopeful fan, and then there's just being a fucking idiot who's just super confident because you're on the internet and you're articulate somewhat and know your way around streaming somewhat. But dude, what is that channel? I don't know. I forgot the name of the channel, but they have the busted Calcio tweets. Bro, I could go on and on and on and do a 20. If I go through the last 3 years of Redbird's ownership and what these fucking guys have said about every signing, bro, I have these guys saying that Morata for 13 million was the most amazing deal of all time. Incredible. Chef's fucking kiss. Chef's kiss. Glazing Morata's signing for 13 mil. Dude, everyone at this channel was saying Morata is fucking trash, Juve scum, journeyman, garbage striker, not particularly great at any one characteristic at all, is not going to move the needle for us. Fucking trash signing. That's what we said from the moment we were linked to that piece of shit. And all these guys, Sempre Milan, Martino, Kush, all these guys, glazed. Only 13 mil for a Euros champion, captain of Spain. Fuck yeah, what a deal, dude. Forlani's cooking. Forlani is cooking, dude. Tade is amazing, man. Tade, fuck yeah, we finally got a real sporting director in Tade. Finally. We want apologies. We want apologies. Apologies all around from everyone today, please. On a personal level, we're all still good. We're all still friends. I got no personal issue with anyone. But fucking hell, dude. 3 years of trash takes. 3 years of shitting on good takes. It's time to apologize. Fahadinho, what's up? What's up? What's up? Kim, good afternoon, Rock from the land down under. What's up? How's it going in Australia? Defensive Dynamo, what's up? After hours, let's go. Yeah. Hours. Sorry for the wait. So, guys, real quick, we created a new channel because listen, the original owner of this channel is Ari. We love Ari. Ari's a great guy. A lot of us are here because of Ari. I think Roy's done an amazing job. Laird's done an amazing job, and all of the contributors who come on this channel have done a phenomenal job with this channel. I think it is the only channel in all of YouTube that covers Milan content that isn't just groupthink, regurgitated human centipede nonsense. Nonsense. Glazing Fonseca, glazing Conceição, glazing everything. Glazing Morata, glazing Chukwueze, glazing everything possible because they don't want to be negative and they don't want to be complainers, which is the most idiotic bullshit thing I've ever heard in my life. From people who are supposed to be intelligent, high IQ, objective analysis. That is the most bullshit thing I've ever heard in my life. These guys are literally celebrating the fact that people called Modric 40 and he was the best player on the fucking pitch. He was the best player on the pitch. So you guys are a bunch of idiots, dude, for saying he's 40. These guys don't even realize that they are literally proving our point. Our point was if 40-year-old Modric is the best player on your team, you're not moving the needle as a team overall. You need to do more. And these guys are like, yo, Modric was so fucking good. You guys are idiots for thinking he wasn't good at the age of 40. Bro, nobody fucking said that. Everyone said Modric was class. Everyone said you can never say no to signing Modric. Everyone said it doesn't matter if he's 40 because we're only in one competition. But the fact that you guys are celebrating, jumping up and down, popping your bottles of champagne because this guy made the rest of our team look like fucking schoolboys, he's not going to be able to fucking carry us on his back, dude. That was the point we were making. Modric being the best player on your team by far, making the rest of your team look like absolute trash, is exactly the problem that we were trying to warn you about. You need more. You need to build a team better. Allegri wants a midfielder that tackles, that wins the ball back. Did they give him that? No. Allegri wanted a striker he could rely on, a proven striker. Did they give him that? No. Did he want to keep Teo? Did he want to keep Chow? Yes. Did they keep them? No, dude. No. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, 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 ay. Defensive Dynamo says, yep, and watch how they're reacting now. Yeah. I mean, I watched a lot. Guys, I follow all the content. I want to know what everyone's thinking. It's just very, very disappointing. It's extremely disappointing to see people who I'm friendly with, who I respect, go out of their way to twist themselves into pretzels and bury their heads in the sand like they're ostriches. All in what? In the aim of not being negative. That's how little Milan means to you. That because you're so afraid to stay in Redbird's good graces and in everyone's good graces to be positive and to shake your pom poms, it's worth it to avoid sounding negative. For what, dude? I don't know. I'm trying to compute it in my mind. It's just I don't get it. I don't get it. It's 3 years. It's 6 transfer windows. Hold on. Let me put this back on the screen. Let me put this back on the screen real quick. I am giving them 2 summer mercatos before using that hashtag. Bruh. Come on, bro. Let me put this on the screen. They've now had 3 summer mercatos, bro. They've now had 3 summer mercatos. They've had 3 winter mercatos. I mean, come on, guys. What are we doing here? Seriously. Are you real? Are you serious? You're seriously going to do that? You're going to be you're going to be a mid-table Premier League Prem head type of fan. A fucking idiot. Are you serious? So listen, we have another channel in the works. It's called Footy Uncensored. Footy space uncensored. Everyone, please go look it up. Please go subscribe. Please go like the channel. Ari is a great guy. He's friends with everyone. He doesn't want any issues or any static with anyone or whatever. And it's not static, dude. It's just like, bro, you're calling us negative. You're calling us complainers. You're calling us liars. You're calling us people who mislead others. And everything we've said is coming true, dude. Everything we've said is coming true. We're literally trying to save Milan, right? We're trying to save Milan from these pieces of shit called Redbird. And we're getting shit on for it. We're getting ostracized for it. We're getting black sheeped for it. We're getting canceled for it. Are you serious? Are you serious? The only one speaking truth to power, you're going to fucking come after us and call us negative and complainers, bro. Seriously. We should be coming together and joining forces against Redbird. That's what we should be doing. They're destroying our club. I'm just so fucking disappointed in you guys. Seriously. Super disappointed. Footy flashbacks, club standards are going to the bin. Watching from NYC, Forza Milan. What's up, my boys in New York? New York, concrete jungle where dreams are made of. What's up? What's up? What's up? Footy flashbacks. Yo, Footy, go follow and like Footy Uncensored. That's where we're going to go have the knockdown, drag out fights and debates. If you want to go listen to Roy and Lair attack each other like feral beasts, go over to Footy Uncensored. If you ever watch Piers Morgan Uncensored, same shit but for footy. Same shit but for footy. NYC, my home city. Fahadinho, Bonerface had a short vacation in Milan, tested their medical facilities, then left without having a pizza and a pasta. Damn, I feel bad. Honestly, I feel bad for the guy. He's like having a mental breakdown on his social media now. It's I feel bad for the guy. Poor guy. He really thought he really thought Tade was in charge. He really thought Tade was in charge. Just like all these guys who are supposed to be experts on all things Milan, with inside sources, with press passes. These guys are experts. They said Tade's in charge. Tade's in charge. Bro, I'm telling you right now, Forlani said, how much money can we make off this boner face guy? Nothing? Oh, actually, we have to pay for him next season? Fuck off. Get this guy harder from Sporting. Get this guy harder from Sporting because I want to sell his ass in a year or two and get capital gains on him. Fuck off. But fuck no. Hell no. Forlani's still in charge. Big up to you, Defensive Dynamo. I'm from Queens. Small world. Grew up in Fresh Meadows. Nice. Small world. Small world. We have a fan base from all over the world. If you go into the YouTube analytics from this for this channel, it's really cool, dude. I mean, literally, it's so awesome. There's people viewing, watching these lives, and also going back and watching the videos from all over the world, every corner of the world. It's incredible. It's crazy. I hope we can bring a lot of people over to Footy Uncensored. This will be Milan content, post match, watch alongs, pre match, things like that, Milan related content, and then go over there for just the knockdown, drag out fights. A lot of them will be Milan related, centered, because we have a lot of Milan fans, obviously, in this community. But dude, we want to bring Liverpool fans to fight Man U fans on there. We want to bring. Let's have a debate about Nicholas Jackson from Chelsea. Let's have a debate about Darwin Núñez. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about Arsenal. Let's talk about Arsenal. Let's talk about Arteta. Let's talk about all this shit. Let's go over to Footy Uncensored and let's have some debates. Uncensored debates. Oh shit, let me get through the comments real quick, brother, and then I'm gonna add you in. Sorry, I just noticed you. My bad. I had to get through the screed. Kush showing his true colors. Listen, love the guy personally, but when it comes to Milan, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Last live, he's like, I'm shocked. I don't know what to say. Bro, the only thing you need to say is, I apologize for being wrong about Redbird. My bad. I wanted to be hopeful. I wanted to be positive. I wanted to just be a smiley guy. And my bad. They're fucked. They're ruining us. This model is not working for us. They need to go. That's all you need to say. That's all you need to say. And don't call people who call out Redbird complainers and negative. They're going to be negative no matter what. They're going to be negative no matter what. No, actually, we wouldn't be. Actually, we would not be negative no matter what. If they had given Allegri a top striker, a proven striker, we would have been happy about that. We would have said, "Wow, that's a positive signing." If they would have kept Teo, motivated him, and said, "No, you're not going anywhere. Allegri wants to keep you. Here's a new deal. You're a Milanista. You're gonna give everything for this fucking club. We're not replacing you. You're here to stay." We would have glazed that. Definitely would have gotten some glaze. If we would have kept Reindeers, our best midfielder, instead of selling him for fucking peanuts, we would have said, good on them for keeping Reindeers and adding Modric. That was a great deal. Oh, they got a DM? Fantastic. That's what this team has needed for 5 fucking years. A defensive midfielder who wins the ball back. That's great. They're actually doing a good job this season. Maybe they're listening to Tade. Tade was a decent sporting director for Lazio. I'm glad we're giving him another chance and reviving his career, pulling him out of obscurity and giving him the reins and listening to Allegri and giving them money to spend on the players that they fucking want. Oh, Allegri wants Leone? Oh, Liverpool's about to make a deal for 26 million for Leone. Allegri wants Leone. We sold Chow for 30 million. Let's go reinvest 26 million of that to go get Leone. That's who Allegri wants. Why don't we bring him in? Perfect. Get him. We would have been here. Fantastic. That's good. Finally, they're learning their lesson. Finally, they're learning their fucking lesson. They wanted to bring in Shaka, experienced player, won the Bundesliga, fights really hard, wins back the ball a lot, has performed in high pressure big games. Okay, bring him with Modric. That's good. Good job. No, let's bring in this guy who nobody's ever fucking heard of. Dude, we would have glazed that. We would have been positive about that. We would have said, you know what? They're doing good. They're turning a new leaf. Oh, they're selling Chukwueze and reinvesting in a better right wing. Perfect. Good job. We would have glazed all of that, dude. All of that would have gotten glazed. But none of that happened. None of that fucking happened. We got a bunch of CMs again, sold our best midfielder again, didn't get a proven striker again. We let key pillars of our squad go who've been here, who have some chemistry building, who know Serie A now, let them go again. It's the same shit again. But we're not allowed to say that. We're not allowed to say that. We're complaining. We're negative. Fuck off. Fuck all the way off, dude. Astoria. The fan standards are down the bin. Forlani is garbage. I have no clue why Tade is going for a guy with 5 league goals, for fuck's sake. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, 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 ay. Capital gains, baby. Algorithms. Algorithms and capital gains. Algorithms and capital gains. Libyan Samurai says Kush is a paid bitch. Ooh. Kush, bruh. You know I like you on a personal level. We're good. But bro, this is the vibe you're giving off, my guy. You have to take criticism. You have to be able to take the critiques. You have to listen. Dude, you have to listen. You got to stop this dog and pony show, bro. It's cringe, bro. You got to stop. You have to stop. The views aren't worth it. The likes aren't worth it. I told you this. If you're not making six figures from this shit, it's not worth it, brother. Long term, it's not worth it. This is the kind of shit you're going to get. This is what people are going to think in the back of their minds. And a lot of people in the front of their minds. Ay, ay, ay. Footy says facts. Chris says Forza Soccer. Fahadinho Rock, we're not complainers, just being realistic and truthful when some fans are living in denial or simply bullshitters. Precisely. Exactly. That's what we're saying. Astoria, big up, Greektown, Malaka. Yo, AJ, my bad for leaving you in the thing. I need to get through these things, or people are gonna be like, yo, it's 11:34. Read my shit. Bro really said 2 summer windows. Kush, what the fuck, bro? Exactly. Dude, look. He said two. He said two. We're now at 6 windows. 3 summer transfer windows, 6 windows total. It's time. It's the come to Jesus moment, dude. It's come to Jesus moment time, please. For the love of God, please. Everyone, please. Stop the charade. Stop this bullshit. Please. Rock, Kush is using a different calendar. 2 years equals 10 years. Kush is on that Terrence Howard math. Well, boy's on tetrahedral math, yo. God damn. Footy flashbacks. Maldini had us singing Theo, while Furlani and Clown Co. had us singing Joao Felix and Emerson Royale. Apologize to Maldini. Fucking apologize to Maldini right now, dude. I cannot believe this guy Kush actually let the word Origi come out of his mouth during his Cremonese live watch along. Bro, you have no shame, bro. That's to this day, you still haven't seen that the totality of Maldini's work was the best thing that's happened to you as a fan in the last decade or more. To this day, Maldini's mentioned in your chat and you utter the word Origi. Fuck off, dude. Fuck off. You're actually a scumbag. You need to apologize to Maldini and to your fans. Fuck all the way off with your fake nice guy bullshit. You should be apologizing to Maldini and your fans and saying, damn, guys, you know what? I tried to be hopeful. I tried to give them a grace period. I said 2 summer windows. It's now been 3. It's now been 6 windows total. My bad. Maldini did better than these guys in such a short period of time than they could ever imagine. I fucked up. I was wrong. I want to be transparent and honest and candid with you guys. You're my audience. I love you guys. I appreciate your support. Let me come clean. I got this wrong. Forgive me for being hopeful and optimistic. I'm a Milan fan at the end of the day. These guys fucking suck. I'm sorry. But no, you can't just be the bigger person. You can't just come clean. You have to say anyone that's complaining about Redbird is just a complainer. They're going to be negative no matter what. We could have beat Cremonese 7-0 and they would have complained. Well, when Maldini was here, he signed people like Origi. Fuck off, dude. Fuck off, dude. Here's him, Harding. Let me read this. I loved watching Maldini as a player over 20 years and was happy he was part of the club again, but he actually stepped out of line. He was not the owner after all. Heart, I love that. This interview about Moneyball was absolutely superb. I love that. Fuck off. Footy flashbacks. We let go of Ryan Deers. I don't care if City fans complain about his defensive work. We could use him alongside Modric. Absolutely. Guys, we already saw that when you sell your best midfielder and then reinvest for the sake of quantity over quality, it doesn't translate to good sporting results. We already saw that. We already saw this. We already experienced this. We already suffered this. These guys seem to be the only ones who can't learn from history, who can't right their wrongs, who can't learn from mistakes. They're fucking idiots. They suck ass. They're horrible. They are horrible. They sold our best midfielder for peanuts just to be able to get more players versus quality players. They suck ass. If you finish eighth, that means you need to keep your best midfielder, add Modric, add Jashari, add a defensive midfielder, add Shaka, add. You need to be additive. If you finish eighth, that means you're so fucking far behind that you have to be additive in order to move the needle forward. Instead, they were subtractive. They subtracted first, added later, and they don't know how to add. These guys are supposed to be moneyball mathematicians, and they can't fucking add, dude. They can add algebra, calculus, maybe they can add algorithms, but they can't fucking add footy, bro. They can't add footy. They can't calculate attitude, spirit, chemistry, heart, desire, passion. They can't calculate that shit. They're a bunch of fucking robots who went to Harvard who are using algorithms to make decisions. This is footy, dude. This is footy. This is not a stock portfolio. This is not corporate bullshit. This is footy, bro. This is not just footy. Hold on. This is not just footy. This is AC Milan, dude. This is a historic institution with so much history, with millions of fans who want the most that this sport has to offer. We want Champions League fucking trophies. We want the most that this sport has to offer. We don't just want a win here and there. We don't just want, we want the most. We demand the most. And people who demand the most are a bunch of complainers and being negative. And these guys aren't going anywhere, so shut the fuck up. Senor Green, Kush actually smokes Kush. Before doing this, his videos, it explains his horrible takes and how he can't see how bad they've been. So these guys know better than the Gazeta. Mamma mia. Mamma mia. Paulo Fonseca is going to be a surprise. Paulo Fonseca is going to surprise quite a bit of fans who don't watch outside their own team. Okay. Okay. All right, AJ, let me get you in here, brother. My bad. I needed to read a few and get some things off my chest. You're in, my guy, if you're still there. If you want to unmute yourself and hop in. When you're ready.
Hello.
Yo, sorry for the wait, my guy. Hop in. Tell us what you're feeling.
I see the people are started to reveal the colors. Oh, by the way, um, Martino banned me because I called him a Redbird agent. So I am not sorry for that, Martino.
All right, you can apologize to him right here in public because I'm sure he'll listen later. And I got no issues with him on a personal level. Cool guy, we're friends, all good outside. But dude, he's gotta stop with the bravado. You can't be so wrong and so arrogant at the same time. Like, dude, you got to show some contrition. You have to show some level of humility, please, for your own sake.
I just, well, I just feel bad for these Redbird sympathizers at the moment. I was hoping the seriousness that they showed um, by hiring the sporting director, they would actually want to do something transformative. Clearly, they didn't. And I wanted to give you an example of this joke of a transfer window. Now, starting with, I was just going through transfermarket.us and looking at the departures and incoming. The
Yep.
departures at the moment stand at almost 183 million euros, and that's
Mhm.
including Tiani's not 55, rather 75 valuation. That's what I
Yep.
assume. And the incomings are at 110 at best. So
Yeah.
imagine if you were to play Champions League, you would have earned about 100 million. So given that these guys are still sitting on a net difference of about 25,
Yep.
so it clearly shows this was a cost-cutting cost cutting um, transfer market, and
Yes, sir.
definitely not something that they wanted to add to the team. Now, that is something I
No.
wanted to bring. Even if they were to add a striker, that would still put them well above the outgoing money that they made. They would have,
Hmm.
assuming, I mean, Boniface would have been what, like 5 million or something? Even
Yeah,
then, there
five
would have been
million loan
what, 70
and some
million in the
commissions.
positive, 70 million in the positive. And what does that positive do? Well, that means Forlani can fill his pockets with incentives
He gets his
for
bonus. He
showing
gets
a
his bonus.
positive.
So listen, AJ, if
Just as they did last time, because when they sell
same
Tiani
thing,
just before
listen,
the closing of the
if
books,
if we wanted to give them the benefit of the doubt with this new team, Allegri, Tata, give these guys a chance to come in and have their stamp on the project, right? If we wanted to give them the benefit of the doubt and say, okay, they got a lot of sales done, they recouped a lot of money for players that we're not going to use long term or that are not going to be starting 11 players. Okay, let's reinvest it in players that Allegri wants. Let's give Allegri the reins and Tare the reins. Let's let them do what they want to do. But they didn't do that. They first of all, they sold the players that Allegri wanted to keep. But let's cancel that. Let's just say, okay, whatever. Teo's demotivated. Chow is not going to be a starting center back. Whatever. We made some money from them. Okay, now go get Leone. Allegri says he wants Leone. Go get Leone. Nope, they don't get him. Go get a proven striker who's had success in Serie A or a top league that Allegri wants. Nope, they don't do that. So it's like, even if you wanted to give them a chance, even if you wanted to give them some grace, even if you wanted to give them a long rope, they continue to shit in your mouth. The more you support them, the more that they shit in your mouth.
I
Aren't you
think
tired of eating their shit?
uh, I think Allegri just played a 3D chess with Redbird or the management. If you see, the two most expensive signings are Cheshire and Richie. Richie, in fact, played preseason with us. He was one of the better midfielders in the team. And I believe Allegri wanted to show the quality of the team besides those two expensive signings like Jashari and Richie, and that's why he played butt cheeks and Fafana, and I think the game kind of proved him right.
Butt
So he's
cheeks.
trying to show the management, listen, if you're gonna play this your way, you're not gonna get the results that you want. I guess he's just trying to force their hand to buy him. Well, a striker, and forget a striker. I believe that we definitely need two defenders. I feel we are just one defensive injury away from fighting just to stay above relegations.
Our
That's how
depth,
bad the team is.
AJ, our depth is gone. Our depth is gone. Even if you didn't like our depth players, they're gone. Jovic, Abraham, Camarda, all these guys are gone. Chow is
Yes.
gone. Everyone's gone. All of our
Let
depth
me
is gone.
let me read a few names, and you could actually make a team B with those names, with the departures, by the way. Tiani Rangers, Malik Thaw, Theo Hernandez, Okafor. Technically, Kalulu is like
Even
is
Kalulu.
this,
Kalulu balled out with Juve today. To me, he was their best fucking defender today.
and there's a
Gone.
joke about Kalulu. His sale was valued at 18 million, and I was just going through transfer market. At the day these guys had signed the loan agreement, on that day he was actually valued at 20. So for
Yeah.
them to actually accept less than what he was even valued in the market, I don't
But
even know what was going through their heads when they made this deal.
AJ,
Like
AJ,
zombies.
AJ, Reinders is a 100 mil Premier League midfielder.
Agreed.
At least, at least. And if you wanted to, whatever, okay, be a little bit more understanding. 80 mil up front for Reindeers for a Premier League club like Man City who has infinite funds is a no brainer. No fucking brainer, dude.
And he's balling with them.
Even their fans cannot believe they got him for 50. They can't believe it. All right, hold on. Let
Yeah,
me read.
55.
Let me, AJ, let's read this comment from Marshall because he brings up the strikers and you brought that up. Whatever about Boner Face. I'm super happy we're getting harder. Dumbass Furlani, what a potential great player it will be. So listen, Marshall, I know you're really high on Harder and you like him, but I spoke to a friend who follows the Portuguese league, and he told me that this guy doesn't even start for Sporting. He does not start games. He comes in the 60th minute, 70th minute. He's still very young, still very raw. He's not a proven, seasoned Serie A striker or top European League striker yet. And that's what Allegri wanted. So even if this guy is going to be a top striker in 2 years, 3 years, we were eighth place last season. We needed a striker to move the needle for us so that we don't miss Europe again next season. So even if he's a top talent and prospect, that's not what we needed right now. Bring in this guy harder and also bring in fucking another striker, an experienced striker. At this point, we would have been better keeping Giroud for fuck's sake.
I would also like to add, I don't know what website scouts are looking at when they're scouting Boner and then Harder. I hope they control their viewing times on those websites and look at Excel spreadsheets and videos, replay videos a little more.
I'm nervous about harder, AJ, because Hans is one of our best scouts in the chat, and he said Harder is only a little bit better than Jimenez. That's it. He said just a little bit better because he's more enthusiastic and a little bit better athleticism, but everything else is the same. If you look him up and you do analysis on him, the most comparable striker to Harder is Jimenez. There's articles comparing him to Jimenez.
Would you happen to know if he's a physical presence up front? Because from
No, no.
no, no,
He's not
that
he's
doesn't
not
work for the
strong.
team.
He's not super strong. He's not super fast. His link up play is not the greatest. He's a little bit more enthusiastic, like getting around the pitch and pressing than Jimenez, but that's it. He's still a raw player. He's not a
Listen, when you
seasoned player.
play counter-attacking football, you need someone to hold the ball up because at times we like I can understand we may have Leao or Pulisic as another striker, but one of the strikers has to be someone who can hold the ball so that if he's unable to break the line, he can definitely lay it off. By 5 seconds and then lay off the ball to the one who's
This
running
is a
in behind them.
AJ, this is crazy, but this is how bad we are. This is how rock bottom we are as a club. We actually would have been better off keeping 37, 38-year-old Giroud as a seasoned striker who can hold the ball a little bit. That's how bad we are. That we would have been better with him. That's how fucking bad we are.
No, that I mean I understand, but it's almost like
These
I don't
strikers
think.
have no point of reference. They have no senior player. They have no one with cojones in the club at all to look up to or to train next to. Nobody. They have nobody. They're a bunch of pussies. They're a bunch of pussies. They don't have a single person to fucking motivate them at training. Zero. Nobody to look up to. No point of reference. No veteran. It's just Jimenez by himself, feeling isolated, feeling left out of the club, feeling like he has no friends. Dude, how
Listen,
are we supposed to win like that?
it's not a coincidence that players like Jimenez, Mignon, um, who else was that? Pulisic, want out of the club. Uh, Pulisic's renewal, I believe it's still ongoing.
Yeah,
There was
no, no,
some
no renewal
positive
for
news,
Mike.
but I don't know
No,
what happened.
no renewal for Pulisic. No renewal for Mike yet. Neither of those two things have happened. Listen, harder. We are competing against Rennes in Ligue 1 for harder signature. That's the level of player he is right now. I'm not saying that's the level of player he'll be in a year or 2 or 3 years down the line. Right now, harder is the level of striker that Rennes is battling for his signature against us for. And we haven't won the battle.
Well, it seems like they've also given up on top four with the level of ambition they're showing in the effort to make a good team, and
Listen,
it is all.
Rennes and Ligue 1 finished last season in 13th place. We are battling with 13th place in France for a striker.
I'm telling you, our scouts are looking at corn websites, scouting boners and harders. You
I
need to
think
get off those
I think
websites.
I think I think Forlani is a horny motherfucker, dude. This guy is a freak. This guy is a little freak. And I think his algorithms on his browser are picking up his search history, and that's what they're throwing into these player search algorithms, and that's why we're coming up with Boner Face, with Harder, with all these guys. So
Um,
Marshall says he's only 20. He and Camarda will be the strike for partnership for the future. He's not for today. I understand, but Marshall, I agree with you, and that's why I'm saying Allegri asked for a striker for today. We need a striker for today. We finished
I
last
think
season in eighth place.
we're not buying a striker so that we can pair them up with Kamada and Serie B, brother.
Yeah. Let's read this one. Always some clown that no one has ever heard of trying to tell people that do this for a living on how it works. Maybe learn how to read, and it wouldn't be such a headache explaining things to you. That was last summer. Ay, ay, ay. The thing is, these guys are so wrong, so arrogant, no self awareness, so loud, even though they're so wrong and so loud at the same time, and never show any level of contrition or humility at all. Zero, zero, zero. They'll quadruple down.
These guys seem to use YouTube as their
Cope.
e-commerce real estate. That's not right. I don't think the fact is that these guys haven't. Uh, First of all, they have no idea what they're talking about. I mean, your your blogs and vlogs, fancy looking vlogs, can get you just that far. But at
Hmm.
the end of the day, if you make no sense, you have no credibility.
Correct. Yep.
If you have no credibility, I mean, what are you trying to see? It's simple. You have nothing of or no value to add if you can't even speak your mind. You're just being. I feel they're being controlled at this moment. Sorry to say,
That's
and
what
they're
it
trying to
feels
be on the
like.
good books of of the person I would not want to name. And
Yeah. Yeah.
you
That's
don't
what it
have to.
feels
You
like.
don't have to. I mean, I understand. You don't have to glaze them. You
You don't
could
have to
put
glaze them.
you could put across your point in a more respectful way. I mean, we've been a little critical over here, which is well, but we've also been right. I mean, you want to put across your point, put it in a more I don't know, toned down way if you want to, but you can't outright sell a lie to people. People will look past it, and I'm telling you, I've been on the live that Kush was doing yesterday, and I was the first thing I typed out, I was like glaze time. And like, I know for a fact these guys gonna glaze. And at the end of the match, I could actually, he looked so disappointed. There
Oh
was
yeah,
so
he
obvious
did.
on his face. And then he's like, there's so much hatred going on, and then hatred is not gonna help this, that. But he's the one who's actually complaining. He's like
Yeah,
complaining. People who complain don't, they don't get too far and all that. And at the end of the stream, he's the one complaining.
exactly. Because
Oh,
the truth,
brother.
AJ,
Hypocrisy
yeah,
hypocrisy also has a boundary.
yeah, the truth finds a way to come out no matter what. And that's what happened. The truth was coming out. He was complaining. He was upset. He saw things for what it was. He had a brief moment of realization, but then remembered, oh shit, I have a channel. I have a channel. I
That's
have a
right.
lot of followers. I need to stay positive. I want a job with Redbird one day. Like I need to reel this back in.
No, the way he acts is almost him and Sempre Milan and MWP is outright.
It's
I
like
don't know what those guys are just.
it's
I
like
mean,
Disney characters. Disney
yeah.
characters.
I was thinking of a good way to put it, but I guess Disney characters. I'll take that.
Ah,
The kind of content that's coming out of from the Milan channels, I think, is just outrageous at this point, and especially from the biggest Milan channels.
yeah.
Guys,
Eh,
I would recommend if you're gonna follow a Milan channel and you really want to understand what the fan base. and good content, please do not follow these big channels out there. Um, for the fun of it, please do, but do not use them as a source of like the Bible of, like the truth Bible or the source of truth.
Yeah, don't go to them for this for the truth. Like go to them
Okay.
if you want to feel good and you're a little depressed and you just want to feel good about Milan, you can go to them. No problem.
Yes, but that's not the source of truth. I'm, I'm happy with Rosanari, and there are two another channels
Yeah,
that are
this
out there that I know that are doing a great job.
yeah.
So, well,
Let's do this. So I want AJ definitely follow this channel. Do you see this?
Footy
Footy
Uncensored.
Footy Uncensored, yeah. This is the
Oh,
channel where because so Ari owns this channel and we want to be respectful to Ari. You know, he's our friend and this is his channel. We don't want to cause too much controversy on his channel, especially when controversy needs to be addressed. So we're gonna have this channel, and this is where we'll have more knockdown, drag out fights, totally uncensored. Like if you want to hear Roy and Lyre call each other stupid pieces of shit, dumb bitches, I'll kill you, bitch. If you want to hear that stuff, go to this other channel. That's where we'll have the fights.
okay.
This will just be Milan content. This one here.
And
The
I'm
other one will be Milan
looking.
content, but drag out fights. Milan didn't get Fahadinho says Milan didn't get Luca when he was available. Instead, wants to pay 20 million for Harder. Camarda can come back for free. Yeah, I mean, listen. Ay, ay, ay. Another thing I noticed, AJ, with the fan base right now, especially the bigger channels with the most viewers, the most everything, right? I'm surprised how much they get away with being yo-yos. Like before the Cremonese game. Before the Cremonese game, oh, Milan can win the Scudetto. Milan has the best midfield in the league. Milan this, Milan that. After the Cremonese game, oh, we suck. We're the worst. We're the bad team. Dude, we need this. We need that. Dude, they're so up and down, dude, like
By the
children.
way, can you paste a link of this channel on the chat? I can't find it even on the search. I'm
Yeah, yeah, it's
make.
brand new. It's brand new. That might be why. I got you. I got you. Here you go. I'm gonna post it in the chat as well.
Oh,
Let me
I had to. Yeah, finally. Hey,
post
I'm in.
post it in the StreamYard chat. So we'll have Roy, we'll have everyone in this chat. The whole gang will be over there just to be respectful to our boy. We don't want to put too much drama on his channel. Okay, let's go through some of these. Okay, Kim says, "Where's Red John?" So Red John wanted a live today really badly. He was begging for a live today, and he didn't want to stay awake. It got too late where he lives, so he did not want to stay awake. Fit Flow Fusion. Red John wanted to come on just so he can say Chukwueze was a bright spot for us against Cremonese. Fit Flow Fusion says that's facts about Modric. Yep, that's facts. Listen, he's amazing, super high quality. You can never not sign Modric, but you need to keep reindeers and you need to add defensive mids and you need to put players around Modric. Okay, so listen, Modric covered the most yards, the fourth most yards. That's what it was at halftime. I don't know what it was by the end of the game, but he was covering the most pitch out of anyone on Milan besides Pulisic. He was running so fucking much at 40 years old in his role where he's supposed to just be the guy unlocking things, the guy that you give the ball in a pinch to unlock, to get through the pressure, blah, 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 to find the final ball. That's where you want Modric, right? But instead, Modric had to run all over the fucking pitch to collect second balls, to intercept passes, to go slide and tackle for loose passes. Modric had to do all that fucking work because they don't know how to build a midfield. Because they rely on guys like RLC, because they don't go and get a defensive mid. They don't bring in Shaka. They don't bring in defensive mids. They bring in guys like Jashari that no one ever fucking heard of, who needs time, who plays the same role as Modric, the same fucking role. You don't know how to build a team, you fucking idiots. You don't know how to build a fucking team. So when you bring in a guy like Modric, you make him stranded on the pitch, having to do all the intelligent work because all the rest of the midfielders have no fucking brain. And then what? What is Modric? Modric was on the bench looking like, fuck, what did I get myself into? Holy shit. Modric looked despondent on the bench. He looked distraught. He looked beside himself. But he's still an amazing player, and I feel bad for him. I feel bad that he comes to Milan at a time where it's owned by people like Redbird, where Forlani comes and tells Allegri, I don't give a fuck who you want or what you want, fuck you. And tells Tade, I don't give a fuck who you want and what you want, fuck you. We're doing what I want, bitch, because I run this shit. I feel so bad that Modric has to join his boyhood club under these circumstances with these idiots, these stupid Yanks at the top who don't know what the fuck they're doing. Kim says
Well,
that
they're just milking the brand at the moment, and
it's just a branding exercise. It's a branding exercise. That's what
there's
it
no
is.
sign of them
No.
selling the club. And I don't see any signs of them building a stadium either. What's the update with the stadium, man? The faster they build it, the faster we'll find a new owner, hopefully.
Yeah. As soon as they build the stadium, the club will have enough value where they'll make a profit. But they need Inter to do that. And Inter is now owned by Oak Tree, who's worth 10x what Redbird is worth, and maybe they don't have an incentive to help Redbird grow their brand and have a stadium. Maybe it's a disincentive for them to do that. A disincentive for them to do that.
I mean, with these poor performance over time, I'm sure the club will also lose value, which means Elliot would also be losing value, right?
Yeah, we're losing value by the day.
But
Every day we're losing value.
what about the hedge fund Elliot? Wouldn't they not be pleased with this?
Listen, Elliott is such a big fund that if this project fails, it's not the end of the world for them. They manage billions of dollars in value and funds. It's like, what would they purchase it for? Like less than a billion. It's I don't know, man. I don't think it's
They
the end of the
just
world
gave
for them.
a 300 and what some how much was it like
There's a
four
300.
500 or 650
There's a
million
300.
loan?
So I think Gary still owes 300 million in high interest loans. They're high interest loan. High interest on 300 million is a lot. If he doesn't pay it on time, he's kicked the can down the road on the deadline to pay that loan back. But dude, as soon as they come to collect, it's gonna be bad because we've lost so much value.
That's right. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, I wonder what. So you're saying they wouldn't care? Well, that's already.
Nah,
I already.
Elliot will reabsorb it and they'll figure out a way. Listen, the Chinese ownership fucked it as well, spent 200 million, whatever, defaulted on the loan. Elliot's prepared. I think Gordon Singer is still a big fan of Milan. He's probably waiting for these fuckers to fail. He's probably just as mad as we are to watch Milan go to eighth and go to shit. Kim says, then when Kush titled a video after the Supercopa win, Pulisic and Leao shine in the greatest Milan derby of all time. Listen, Kush is a Disney character for Redbird and Milan right now. That's what he is. That's what he's trying to do. It's working for him. He's got a big following, lots of viewers, lots of likes. He might be making, I don't know, 30 cents a month on it or whatever. But it's that's what he's doing. And I think personally, I think if Kush started to be more honest and started to be, let's call it his, and put it in his terms, more negative and complain more, I actually think it would benefit his channel. I actually think he would grow even more, to be honest, and see reality for what it is, and get a little angry, stop being a fucking teddy bear, stop being a Disney character, and I think actually it will help grow his channel, in my opinion. Marshall says Harder will be great in 2 to 3 years. He has everything. Oh wow, he's yo Marshall. We're synced up, dude. We're on the same page. I literally said this exact same thing before I saw your comment. Harder will be great in 2 to 3 years. He has everything. I'm surprised idiots like this are gonna sign him before he's 50 million. This is the only thing I've been happy since Redbird. Okay, Marshall's a big Harder fan. The only thing is, dude, Marshall, we need a striker now. We need a striker who's proven now. We're eighth place.
Is Marshall Harder's brother? Because his name is Marshall H. I wonder
I
if H
know.
stands for Harder. bro.
That's his brother.
Come out for real, man. Why being a harder fan, man? Like it's you kind of feel pretty. You look suspicious with your comments and your name, unless you wanted harder, which his name is harder. It's not that you want to get it harder. Just saying.
If we get harder, I think it's safe to say Marshall's going to be bricked up. Marshall's going to be bricked up, perpetually bricked. Pete says, Forza Rock and all us real Milan fans who want our club to have a true Milanista identity, and a big fuck you to all the others sucking on Gary's sweaty balls and licking Forlani's butthole.
That's all rimming, by the way. You should get the technical jargon right.
Rimming? You know this from
Licking,
experience?
licking butthole. No, I don't do rimming. Okay, I don't swing that way.
Shout out Pete. Shout out Pete. Shout out Pete. All the other Milan channels sucking on Gary's sweaty balls and rimming Forlani. Just stop. Just stop it, please. Please. It's been, hold on. Let's remind the audience. 6 transfer windows. Hold on. 6 transfer windows. 6. Stop it. Footy Flashback says, I subscribe to Footy Uncensored. Let's go. Guys, hey, it's just in its nascent stage. It's still a baby channel, but listen, hey, if we get some nice cameras, we get some good audio, we get guys on screen, we follow the Piers Morgan Uncensored model, we get guys from Premier League, from La Liga, we get some people on there to fucking argue. Let's argue about Darwin Núñez with Liverpool fans who swear that he's a hard worker and a good striker. Let's argue with them. Let's argue with Chelsea fans who think Nicholas Jackson is misunderstood. Let's go fucking argue.
For
Let's
once, let's
argue.
go toe to toe with European football legends. Well,
Yeah,
we can't do that in Champions League, but at least on a
let's
YouTube
argue.
channel for sure.
Let's get Arsenal fans to fight against each other about Arteta and whether or not Arteta's actually good and he's ever going to win anything. Let's get it on over there on Footy Uncensored. I think those will be some good
Let's
debates.
argue about Arsenal missing out on signing Allegri.
Oh
They did
boy.
consider signing him, from what I have been reading over the
Who
summer.
knows? Who
Um,
knows?
and I really, what do you say? What do you think about Como? They had a good game. I thought
Como
Cesc would
played
have been
really
a.
good. Como played really good, dude. I think so. You know what's funny? I think I was thinking, maybe people are overestimating Como, and now I'm thinking maybe I'm underestimating Como. I thought that they had an opportunity to maybe be like 7th, 8th, 9th, but I don't know, man. They beat Lazio pretty convincingly.
See, one thing I know for sure is if you look at the pedigree, football pedigree, let's just go back to the golden age of Milan. Let's go to say Saki's Milan. You'll see the players in their team when they became coaches, they were really good coaches like Ancelotti, like Frank Rijkaard,
I
and
think respect is a huge part of a
I
winning
mean,
project.
I don't know.
So
What I'm
when
trying to say is
there's
the winning mentality and the tactics and the man
when you
management. I
win,
think there's
yeah.
something about it.
When you've
So,
already proven that you can win, it becomes easier to believe in it.
okay, let me just finish what I'm trying to say. Is that so there are these great players who also turned out to be good, really good coaches. Now, there are also now recently Guardiola has been shaking up things. Now, the players from his team like Xavi, Fabregas. They've turned out to be really successful coaches. So what I'm trying to say is, when these players branch out and they start, establishing their own identity, they kind of take that winning identity, add their own spice to it, and build on what is already a winning formula. And I think that's what's happening with Como. They actually play pretty attacking, controlled
Yep.
football.
No, they play
So
good footy. Yeah, good footy.
yeah.
Good
So
footy.
someday, one of these guys is also going to win the Champions League, and that's for sure. It could be Xavi. It could even be Cesc Fabregas.
Once they go
So
to a big club, I mean, if Fab-
definitely, I hope Cesc can actually grow Como. Why go to a big club? I mean, what was Barcelona when Guardiola took over them? The Barcelona was, well, they've got good history, but the team itself was on a very bad phase. They couldn't, they didn't have the money to afford good players, and they were up against Real Madrid, who was spending millions. Like, you remember the Galacticos? I mean, they were still able to go toe to toe and even beat them with their in-house players. So what I'm trying to say is investing and backing your team and having the right people in the right places helps. And when those guys even leave, right, then the people who come after them,
Hmm.
they they are able to spice things
Build.
up with
Yep.
already, yeah, with already that foundation in place. So for example, I think
Dude, these guys, Redbird, pull the rug out from under the team every season.
yeah, you've taken the soul of the, you've taken DNA out, you've taken Maldini out, you've taken Abade, who was doing such a great job with the youth team. You've taken
Hmm.
out some of those big names that were associated. I think you've set a. I don't know what Baresi is doing anymore. I don't hear from him.
He had a
Baresi was a big
surgery. He had
part
a
too.
surgery and stuff, but I think he's still involved. All right,
Good.
let's AJ, let's get through some of these comments because I remember not being on lives and just being someone in the chat who was a fan of channels, and I think it's really important for us to read comments. Personally, it felt so good having your comment read, so I want to make sure we're doing that for our audience before they fall asleep and tune out. Let's get through some of these comments. Fit Flow Fusion says Milan understood Bonerface had two previous ACL injuries, and they should have carried out the medical secretly before announcing it. Yeah, Fit Flow Fusion, what's up, man? Welcome to the lives. I haven't seen your name and avatar before, but you have good takes, brother. Please join, subscribe to both channels. I definitely appreciate good football intellect, high IQ individuals coming into the channel, into the chat. So thanks for your contributions. This is spot on. I think it's ironic to me that a corporate American hedge fund has been so poor at PR. That is honestly shocking to me. I am certain that they pay people lots of money to organize and structure and manage their PR. And I'm shocked at how bad their PR has been. It's been so incredibly bad. Like
No, see, the
so
problem
many
is,
examples of bad PR. When Forlani and Moncada both came out and said Reinders is not going to be sold, Reinders will be a Milan player next season, and then sold him at the very first offer, just don't say anything. Just don't answer that question. Like that is such poor PR. It's insane. And then when it took almost 2 weeks to make an announcement after Maldini's firing, and when they finally announced it on the website, it was one sentence. They are so bad at PR. It's actually it's scary. It's scary how bad they've been at PR. I'm shocked by it. Their PR is horrible. And this is another one. You literally come out with boner face, you blast them all over the place. You make it look. If you go, there's so many examples of our PR, dude. Remember when Xerxes was a Milan player? Oh, Xerxes is going to be a Milan player. Xerxes is going to be our striker next. We literally acted like Xerxes was already signed, and then he went to Man U. Our PR is so fucking bad, it's embarrassing. Turam, we had our executives out saying, "Oh yeah, Turam's base. Just signatures needed for Turam. Just signatures needed. Just a very small gap. Signatures needed for Turam. Turam's going to be here." And then he went to Inter. It's so bad. They're so fucking bad at PR. It's embarrassing. This boner face thing, you knew he tore his ACL twice. You knew he only started 10 games at Leverkusen last season. You knew these things. Why would you blast his video and his pictures and make a big show about it before even seeing that he was fit enough to actually be signed? What is wrong with you? It's embarrassing. It's very amateurish, very very amateurish from an American hedge fund worth billions. It's very amateurish. Buddy Flashback says, it must be said, Santi Jimenez sucks for Mexico and sucks for Milan. Leao is going to do heavy lifting again. Jimenez was pocketed by Basquirotto the entire game. Jimenez could not control a single ball the entire game. The lead up to the second goal, which was a beautiful goal, by the way, amazing scissor volley, amazing from Bonazzoli. Jimenez, we play the ball out of the back. Jimenez has a 10-yard head start. He has a 10-yard head start on Basquerotto to just control that ball. You don't even need to turn. Just control the ball, hold the fucking ball for 2 seconds so we can get out of danger. He cannot even take a first touch on the ball with a 10-yard head start on Basquerotto. Basquerotto runs him over like a bulldozer, wins back possession, plays it to the winger, boom, 2-1. Jimenez is fucking trash. He's weaker than baby shit. He's softer than bird shit. He's fucking garbage. Garbage for Mexico, garbage for Milan. Fucking trash. Trash player. Weak as fuck. And in the first half, I forgot if it was the first half or the second half, we played the ball up to him. He didn't even have Basquerotto on his back. He had one of the other defender who was smaller and weaker than Basquerotto. He touches the ball. The ball goes flying 40 feet in the fucking air. 40 yards in the air, the ball goes flying. For what reason? How is a professional footballer taking an easy first touch, an easy ground ball, first touch, and blasting it 40 yards up into the air and losing the header when it comes back down against a smaller guy? The smaller guy leaps over him, heads the ball forward, and they go on a counter. What is wrong with this guy?
I wouldn't single out Jimenez. There are many players that we have who, if they were to leave the team, they will blossom outside. I think it's the way we manage the team and the players. It's just it's just been underwhelming.
I want
And
apologies. Listen,
can we
I,
can we
I want
can
apologies.
anyone remind me any player that we've been successfully able to
Successfully able to what?
develop since Redbird took over,
No, no,
or
no, no,
who
no,
we've
no.
seen growth in?
None of their signing. Listen, none of their signings. The only signing that they made, and Maldini did the majority of the negotiating for it, was Reindeers. That's it.
So
Maldini was
even
still our DS.
Rangers was majorly negotiated by Maldini. So what have they got to show for? Uh,
Nothing. Nothing. They have
Nothing.
nothing. They have nothing. They have nothing. Every success that we've had post Maldini was thanks to Maldini. Every player they sold for capital gains, Maldini signings.
So
Every
all
player that they're
this,
going after, scouted by Maldini originally. It's so bad, dude. Oh my lord. Oh my lord.
hmm, okay.
Go look up who was the sporting director when Pulisic and Reinders was signed. It was Maldini. Maldini did the majority of the negotiating for both of
Well,
those players.
Maldini wasn't in favor of signing Pulisic. That's something that
But
I
he still did the deal. This is what I'm saying. He didn't say no to everything they wanted. He didn't say no. Maybe he gave an opinion about, okay, well, I think this direction would be better. But ultimately, he capitulated and did what they wanted. He signed Pulisic. He brought him in.
so all this happened just because he said we need to have more character, spend money, and make the right signings on live
We
TV.
need to be brave. All because he said
We need to be
we're
brave.
we're in a position that we weren't expecting to be in at this quickly. But now that we're here, this is our moment to be brave and to go
So
for
his
it.
moment, so Cardinale's moment of braveness was firing the guy who's the brains of the team,
Who did
that
everything.
who did
Yep.
everything.
Toyo Taz says, "Dang, I'm late
I
and I
mean,
missed
that
the
has to
game."
be the most dumbest thing in the history of the club, right? In the how many
That
years
has to
has it?
be
125 plus now.
AJ. That has to be the worst personnel decision in European football ever. Ever. If we have another bad season and finish outside of Europe, it must be said, it will go down in history. This will be written that firing Maldini was the worst decision made at the management level for any European club ever. One of the worst decisions ever in history. Toyotaz says, dang, I'm late and I missed the game, but it looks like I didn't miss much. Losing to Cremonese and the Italian Hulk Baschirotto. Listen, Cremonese, not only did they came alive even more in the second half, even more. They were even better in the second half. If you thought, oh, you know what, we'll just introduce Modric in the second half of games, and then he'll take advantage of tired legs, and his magic will shine through, and we have better players on paper, and teams like Cremonese are going to be easy for us. We're just going to walk right through them. Dude, Cremonese looked even better in the second half. We put on fresh players, and they still looked even better. Ay, ay, ay. Edison
And you know what's the
Sokoli
worst
says,
part?
Anto. Oh, let's
It's
get
the
through some
worst part
comments.
is
Go ahead, go ahead.
people are saying it's just the first game.
It's
Shut up.
just the first game.
It's a game against a newly promoted side.
At
A
home.
side that you should have won with, even with all your first players on the bench.
We should have won with the Futuro team.
Well, not
We should
given
have
the
won
past
with
performances, maybe not, but yeah,
we
I
should
would
have
say.
won with Bartesaghi playing left back, with Jimenez starting in the wing, with Camarda on the pitch. We should have won with our backup. We should have won with Musa playing midfield. We should have won with our backups, dude. We should have won with Chukwueze starting. We should have
Oh,
won convincingly.
I also want to hit back at another streamer, Kush. He's like, they're defensive first and blah and blah. I was like, what do you mean by defensive first? I mean, he's not completely defensive. He plays attacking football too. I was like, I've never seen a Allegri side with that attacking pattern football. It's just you break away and you run at the opposition half. What is defense first? I do not understand. So all that defense first argument, well, it that goes down the drain because you were the first to concede.
It's bad.
Not only that, you also concede 2 goals in the first game, and that's a pattern that Milan has been following. They've been
Two
leaking
goals.
at least 2 goals almost every match. They were one of the worst teams in the top 7. They
Allegri
had like
was
the
supposed to come in and make us an impenetrable force in the back. Impossible to score on. Very hard to play against. Very hard to break through. Dude,
that,
Cremonese was in our final third like they pay rent there.
and you know what's the worst part? The summer Makata was nowhere in line with what Allegri's tactics are. You wanted really good defensive signings. You were going for midfielders. I was waiting. When will a defensive signing come? I did not see any. Who's your defender? Tomori, who's been shaky since last season. Okay. You got Gabia. He's good. He's got the Milan grinta, but he's not a good
Milanismo.
defender. He's not a good defender like the Milan
He's a
level guy.
listen, he's an average defender, but because he has so much Milanismo, that makes him above average for
True.
Milan.
Again, yes. And then we've got Pavlovich, who has shown that he's not up to the task.
God
Even in
damn.
his
I liked Pavlovich, and Jesus Christ, I don't know what's wrong with him. Like he's like an elephant. He's like a rhinoceros. He needs to calm
I
down, dude.
again, I feel like someone, had it been some other coach, I'm sure he'll do better. I just feel he's not been given the right guidance because he's got 3 coaches already. He's got Allegri, he's got Fonseca, he's got Conceição. So you're not even settling in. You've gone from a totally attacking game to you flipped it this season to a
Ooh.
defensive game.
I want to
And now
get to
you don't even have a Mercato to show for. You got what? Who's the defenders? We also sold Theo and Theo. That makes no sense. That
dude,
makes
it's so bad.
no sense.
Estupido's best game is worse than Teo's worst game. It's so bad. He's so bad.
You let go of Calabria. At least get Calabria for
That's the thing. We need
fuck's
depth.
sake.
I don't know why we didn't keep depth. Why can't we be more additive? Why can't we buttress the foundation that we have? Why can't we build on a foundation? Why do we have to gut why do we have to gut the entire property every time and rebuild every time and rip up the foundation every time? Why? How are we ever going to have sustain? They talk about sustainability. That's their number one word. How is it sustainable to rip up the foundation of the team, rip away all the depth every season? How is that ever going to lead to a sustainable project ever? Let's get to some more comments, AJ.
I will drop off.
Okay.
Mm, just wanted to respond to Fahadinho in the chat.
Yeah, go ahead.
So he said that they probably wanted to fire Maldini from the get-go regardless. I feel that again, it's all probably right, maybe, and so it's yeah, whatever. I've got very little interest now with the teams. I just look at the
This is how
results,
you feel
maybe
here.
watch the
I'll
game
put
a
this.
little bit.
Let's read this comment from Raymond. Is this how you're feeling?
I really hate the fact that I enjoyed watching my team lose. I fucking hate it. Red Turd and Jerry, you fucking bitch. Keep up the good work, RTV. Well, I guess yeah. I mean, the I resonate with Rahman. Well, with that, I will end my session
Thanks for
with
joining, AJ. Appreciate your
Rosanarity.
contributions. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Well,
You're
take
welcome to
care
come
and
on. You're
looking
welcome to
forward
come
to
on.
Footy Uncensored.
Yes, sir. Come. You can join here. You can join Footy Uncensored anytime, brother. All right.
Cool. Take care. Bye.
All right. Thanks for hopping on. Take care. All right, guys. Let me read through your comments here. It is a work day tomorrow, but anyone who wants to stay up late and enjoy the final embers of the weekend before returning to your regular schedule and work week, I am here to entertain. Please get in the comments, and if you would like to join the live, the link to join the live is at the top of the chat. Let's go back to this Fahadinho. Rock, they're not interested in sporting achievements. They have no ambitions. All their interest is making financial gains, selling players, tickets, and merchandise, etc. Yeah, we're a Shopify account. They have turned Milan into a Shopify account. Um, AJ just contributed, the financials, our outgoings and our incomings, and basically said we're in the profit. We're in the profit. They're in the green. They are not spending money and making sacrifices to move the needle for us and take us from eighth to Champions League places. Instead, they are still, to this day, trying to turn a profit at all costs, no matter what, even at the cost of our sporting results. That does not matter to them. At the end of the day, their shareholders want to earn more each and every year. Forlani wants a bonus each and every year, regardless of our position in the table. And that's how they're going to continue running the club. That is their sole motivation. That's the issue with being owned by uh, Redbird Capital Partners and selling shares in Milan and just the marketing and merchandise, all the shit is ultimately their number one driver, their number one motivator is earning more each year. And I get it. I'm not naive to that. Um, I currently run a business. I get that. I run profit and loss every single day. I run daily numbers every single day. I implement strategies to earn more every single day, bring in more gross revenue every single day, make us more profitable every single day. I do that for a living. I get it. I get it. But just don't purchase Milan. Don't purchase Milan. If you purchase Milan, it's not to get rich off of Milan. At least not for the first, especially where Milan was, not for the first like 5 years, 5+ years. You need to be prepared to do this as a passion project, spend a lot of money, have a lot of pride, have a lot of funds, and do this to do right by the club. And then in 5 years, maybe you start making some money from Milan. But if you want to make money from Milan on day one, and you want to make money on day two, day three, day four, you want to make money every single day off this club, it was never going to be a winning sporting project. It was never going to be that. With that type of mindset, it was impossible to be that. Unless you had people like Maldini. Unless you had people who knew what they were doing, handling the sporting side. I mean, Maldini's better at Moneyball than any of these guys. Maldini is better at Moneyball than any of these guys. Every capital gain that they've made, Kalulu, Chow, Teo, all these, bro, that is all Maldini's work. Those are all Maldini's players. All of the sporting success we've had, Mike, Leao, all these guys, Pulisic, Randy, all Maldini's work. That's all Maldini's work, dude. That's all Tomori, all Maldini's work. All of our sporting success and all of our financial success thanks to Maldini, all of it. And then we have shit like this. Let me put this back on the screen. This interview was absolutely superb. I loved this interview was absolutely superb. What he was referencing here, this guy Joey, he was referencing Moneyball. Moneyball. The interviews that Forlani was doing and that Gary was doing about Moneyball, that's what he was referencing. I loved watching Maldini as a player over 20 years and was happy he was part of the club. But again, he actually did step out of line. Wow, what a piece of shit Maldini was for stepping out of line. He was not the owner after all. Yeah, you're not the owner, Maldini. How dare you say that we're in a position we didn't expect to be in and that we should be courageous. We should seize this moment, have courage, and let's invest because actually not only could we get here, but we can solidify ourselves in this position. We can become a club that's expected to be in this position if we show a little bit of bravery and we go for it right now. What a piece of shit Maldini was. You're not the owner. You're not the owner, Maldini. Why are you saying shit like that? Who do you think you are? Who the fuck do you think you are, Maldini? You're not the owner, and you're stepping out of line by saying that. And here's Kush. Here's Kush hearting this message, hearting this comment. What did you love about this comment, Kush? Kush, as a friend, what did you love about this comment? Did you love the Moneyball interview? Did you love the fact that Maldini stepped out of line and he's not the owner? What did you love so much about what was written in this comment, dude? Seriously. We're waiting for apologies. Maldini is waiting for his apology, his formal apology. It may be harsh, but it's the truth, Toyotaz says. Fit Flow Fusion. Milan Medical Lab is more advanced than Leverkusen's, which they can treat him properly. It's not a coincidence Saudi clubs offered Leverkusen 70 million during January. I just believe Milan never wanted him, or Forlani never wanted him, to be honest. I mean, I thought that they were going to make this work. I was certain that there's no way that their PR team would fuck up and pull a Biabiani situation. I said in my last live, this could end up being a Biabiani situation where Biabiani, the really fast winger with the gap teeth, I don't know if anyone remembers that, but I was around for that. He posed with a Milan scarf in the air. He was the top winger in the league. And that back then there was him, there was Iturbe. Remember Iturbe? Iturbo? That's super fast, dude. That was the market. And he posed with a Milan scarf. And then we said he failed the medical due to his teeth. His teeth were the issue. But the truth was Galliani Boscoin didn't have the money for him. They didn't have the money to complete it. They didn't have the liquid assets to complete that deal. But dude, I was like, this could be a Biabiani situation. But then I said, but no way. Like, there's no way. I mean, they're gonna find a way. If it has to be in one, two, three, four different medical portions, they're gonna find a way because they're already posting this guy. They're already celebrating this signing like it's done. But boy, did they prove me wrong. Holy shit. Our worst instincts, our worst scenarios came true. That's how bad these guys are, so bad that even the negative piece of shit talking complainers in the Milan YouTube universe, even their worst expectations were realized by these Redbird pieces of shit. Even our worst expectations came true. Wow. That's how bad these guys are. But we're not allowed to say that because then we're complainers no matter what. We're negative no matter what. Footy flashbacks. Not just Milan. This league will die if the American owners keep moving like this. Reminder that their other club, Toulouse, won a cup, but they have sold all their players since. Bottom half of the table now. Yeah, Toulouse also went down to the second division and then back up. It's just they have no business owning a club like Milan, dude. That's the thing. They have no business owning a club like Milan. They have no business owning a club like Milan. I mean, the fact that Inter Milan has now fallen into the hands of Oaktree, who have 10x the amount of capital that Redbird does, is like, dude, they fell, their worst, their failure, their utter failure of falling into Oaktree's hands was still a success compared to us falling into Redbird's hands purposefully. Their accidental failure falling into Oak Tree's hands was more successful than us purposely falling into Redbird's hands. But Milan fans have the blinders on. They have the red and black glasses on. They can't admit that. To this day, everyone's saying, Inter got Kivu. Inter got Kivu. They're gonna fall off. They got Oak Tree as their owners. They're gonna fall apart. They're gonna lose everything, dude. Their project's so unsustainable. Shut the fuck up, dude. Oh my god. Are you not hearing yourself? Are you not getting deja vu? Like, how are they not getting deja vu? How can you be wrong so often, over and over and over, and not get deja vu? How can you not learn from your mistakes? How, dude? Defensive Dynamo, what's good, Edison? Marshall and Toyo, what's up? What's up? To the whole crew, thanks for joining, guys. Appreciate you coming on to the live. Listen, there are two things in this world that give me lots of energy to go live. One, when my club wins, when Milan's winning, that gives me energy. That makes me want to go live. That makes me want to talk about Milan. Two, when my club loses and I'm fucking pissed off and all of these guys are complicit in it, that gives me energy to go live as well. Edison Sokoli says, forgive me for just coming in. What did Kush do? Okay, let's go through that real quick. Okay, Edison, here is Kush hearting someone talking shit about Maldini and saying Moneyball is superb. Here is Kush saying, I'm going to give them 2 summer mercatos before I use the hashtag Cardinale out. Here is how many transfer windows Redbird's been in charge. 6. He said 2. They've now been in charge for 6. He said 2 summer. It's been 3 summer, 3 winter. 6 transfer windows. Kush, are you a man of your word or not? Are you a man of your word or are you not? If you don't have your word, dude, you have nothing. If you can't stand by your word, you have nothing, dude. You're just hollow. You're just a shell. You're just a corporate dick sucker, dude. That's it. You need to stand by your word. You said 2 summer markets. Okay, the market's not over yet. So if they go get this guy from Sporting, who's not even their starting striker, who's a child, who's not going to be good in another 3 seasons from now, okay? Because Forlani wants to make capital gains off this guy. He comes into games after the 60th minute, after the 70th minute. If they go and sign this guy harder, is that going to meet your? Well, first of all, we're past your criteria. Your criteria was 2 summer markets, and we finished 8th after the 2 summer markets. Now we're in the 3rd summer market. So which is it? We're in the 3rd summer market. So we're beyond your criteria, but let's give you an extension. Just like Redbird likes to get extensions on their loan payment, their loan due payments. Let's give you an extension of another summer market. If they sign this guy from Sporting, a child who's not even their starter, is that gonna be a passing grade for you? Is that a passing grade for you? You're still not going to be, let's put this back on the screen, Cardinale out. Are you going to be Cardinale out then if we extend your deadline to 3 summer markets instead of 2 summer markets? I want to know. I mean, listen, the reason we're doing this, for me, is to all get on the same page. It's the same way I feel about the Curva. If the Curva doesn't come together and protest Maldini's firing, we end up with this shit. Had they come together and not taken that laying down, they would have maybe not brought Maldini back, but at least brought in people who know what the fuck they're doing and listened to some of the shit that Maldini was saying. If the Curva just had some balls. If they had some balls. And what I'm asking from every Milan English-speaking channel, content channel, is to have some fucking balls, dude. Have some balls. It is way, way overdue. Way overdue. Toyota says, just another Mercato with red turd. That's right. Just another Mercato with red turd. We're at the end of the market. We have one striker. Allegri wants to play a 2-striker formation. We have one striker, one fucking striker, and it's panic stations. It's all hands on deck panic stations. No foresight, no thought process. We literally announced Allegri how long ago? They left the striker signing for the last second, and we're scrambling. We're all over the fucking place. We're all over the place. It's a fucking mess. Let me put this back on the screen. Shit journalism as per. Shit journalism as per. Sempre Milan coming out. Gazzetta has an agenda against us. Don't believe their nonsense. Anyone who believes this is a fucking idiot. Anyone who believes this report from the Gazzetta is a fucking idiot. Imagine being that arrogant and loud and wrong. And wrong. Toyotaz says nobody in this management can even hold Maldini's son's jockstrap, let alone his own. Yep. Should make Forlani eat his jockstrap. Toyotaz, yo, defensive dynamo, good to see you guys. Makes the season a little bit more bearable. Yeah, for sure. I mean, this is what makes this new Redbird banter era bearable for us as well. I mean, we need to air out our grievances and commiserate as well. I mean, this is painful to experience the highs of the team that Maldini had and led and fall this low into a money-making, money ball, merchandise, Shopify account. Like seeing our beloved club being led by a legend and having success, him being unceremoniously fired like a dog and treated like shit, and then fall to this level is so painful. The only way to survive it is to have a channel and go live like this. Seriously. Especially when, if this channel did not exist, guys, you would only have Sempre Milan, Martino, Kush, MWP, all these guys blowing smoke and bubbles up your guys' asses, getting you excited all 6 transfer windows that Redbird has been in charge, and telling you that we can be Scudetto challengers, that we can win the Champions League, that we can win the tripleta, that we're just as good as any other roster on paper, if not the best roster on paper. That's all you would have. That is all you would have content-wise. That's it. You would be having egg on your face every day, looking like a fucking idiot. You'd be talking to your friends who support other clubs, saying, "Oh yeah, Milan got the best squad on paper." That's what your knowledge would be, because you come here for knowledge, right? You come here to learn. You come here for analysis. You come here to see if your opinion on Milan is kind of lining up with what other people's opinion on Milan. This is a global community. Okay, what are other people saying? What are they feeling? Are they like picking up what I'm putting down? That you would be a Manchurian candidate. You would be a brainwashed idiot. You would be a brainwashed fucking idiot if this channel didn't exist. You would be running around like an AFTV clown. You'd be running around like a deluded Manchester United clown if this channel did not exist. We need apologies from those channels. We need a thank you from all the viewers. That is the least that this channel deserves. And everyone should go follow Footy Uncensored as well, because we want to grow that. Edison says, there's no secret. There seems to be disagreements and beef in the management for Lani and Tare and Ibra, it looks like. Yeah. Yep, that's what it looks like. Oh, here we go. Let me, I'll put this up on the screen. 1 second. Let me put this up on the screen. This is the latest, okay? This is the latest news out of Casa Milan. Breaking news, breaking news. No other channels have gone live today. No one has reported on this. Let's report on it right now. 1 second. Put this on the screen. All right. There are 2 souls at Milanello that are not going in the same direction. Tare and Allegri on one side and Forlani on the other. Ay, ay, ay. Oh. Ay, ay, ay. Liart. 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 Kratos. Yoo-hoo. Kratos. Are you reading this, Kratos? Liart. Are you reading this from Germany? It seems like they're putting some football people in there. Tare is a... Bro, Liarts. Woohoo. Hello, Liarts. Liarts. We're waiting for you to come back from Narnia, my friend. Get your head out of the clouds, my friend. I know you've been checked out for a while. Liarts. Hello. Look at this. Look at this. I think they're letting the football people run the club and do the transfer. Liarts. Look at this. Look, 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 look. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. Ay. Ay, ay, ay. This is bad, guys. This is bad. This is. Oh, boy. More breaking news. Here we go. Let's put this on here, too. Along the same lines, let's put this on the screen. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, fuck me, dude. Our club is getting fucked. Here we go. Boom. If they listen to Allegri, according to Nicola Schira, if they listen to Allegri, Vlahovic would be at Milanello on Tuesday. But after Xhaka and Ricci, Leone, etc., it seems to me that the coach's requests aren't being listened to too much from Casa Milan side. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. Liars. Liars. Yoo-hoo. Hello. Anybody in there? Come back from Narnia, my friend. Liars. Kratos. Kratos. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. Kratos. We need the old Kratos back, please. We need the old Kratos back, please. Wow. There seems to be a big rift, guys. Get in the comments and tell me what you think about the rift. I'm going to speed run these comments and I want to know what you think about this rift. I need to know what the real Milan fans think about this rift here that's going on. Casa Milan and the sporting side completely split. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Nobody saw this coming. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Somebody did see this coming. The complainers and the negative Nancys and the shit talking pieces of shit at this channel. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. Edison said there's no secret. There seems to be disagreements and beef in the management. Yep. Forlani and Tare and Ibra looks like. I wanted to reread that because my boy just helped me break this new news. Look at this. This is new. This is brand new right here. Look at this. There are two souls at Milanello that are not going in the same direction. Tare and Allegri on one side, Forlani on the other. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Anyone who thought Forlani was not having any decision-making power or a voice or an opinion on the sporting side of the club, wow, 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 wow. Eat shit. Eat shit. Seriously. Eat shit. We told you this. You called us negative. You called us complainers. You called us spreading misinformation. You called us liars. I have one message for you. Eat shit. We have too much FIFA career mode players who feel that know everything about football, Ricardo says. What's up, Ricardo? Si Mungal. What's up, Ricardo? What's up? What's up? What's up? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We have too much TikTok brain, goldfish fans, shiny object FIFA players, FIFA mode video gamer fans who just happen to know how to use a computer well and know how to speak English, and they're just like becoming the leading voices on football, and it needs to stop. It's a plague. It's a plague against humanity. I can't stand by. Listen, I wanted to get on with my life. I've got great things going on. I wanted to just get on with my life, but then I saw all of the Milan voices glazing Redbird to this day, shitting on Maldini to this day, and I couldn't stand by. I couldn't stand idle. I could not stand idle and watch our fan base get brainwashed like they're AFTV fucking Ty from AFTV and Man U fans and Tottenham and mid-table fans. I couldn't watch Milan fans become brainwashed into mid-table fans because there's a group of English-speaking idiots who never played the sport, never coached the sport. They suck at. I guarantee you, they can't juggle a fucking ball. And these guys, they're the guys you're going to for information. And I couldn't just stand idle. I couldn't stand by and watch it happen. I had to jump back in the ring. I couldn't watch you guys go down with the ship like this. It's like watching you on the Titanic and having a flotation device and having a boat and being like, I'm just going to take my boat. Even though it's an empty boat, no one's in it. I'm just going to take my boat. Fuck you guys. Have fun dying in the freezing Atlantic. Like, no, I couldn't do that to you guys. Couldn't do that to you. I had to come back. Toyo Taz, Ibra needs to go. He's been an absolute clown. Yeah, Ibra's a clown. Ibra Ibra is on social media like a middle school girl right now. Like he posts every day, like, look at my life. Look at my amazing life. Look, I'm on vacation. Look at this beach. Look at this resort. Oh, look at me. Look at me. A god amongst men. Has this guy worked in the last 2 months? I swear to God. He's been posting on social media like a thirsty hoe. Like a thirsty hoe for months. Has this guy done a single day's worth of work for Milan? Anytime he gets asked about Milan, I work for Redbird. I work for Redbird. I don't work for me. I work for. Dude, fuck Ibra, dude. Fuck him. Piece of shit. Ruined our Futuro project as well. Scumbag. Asshole. Mercenary. Fuck off. Ibra can go fuck off, honestly. Even though I loved him as a player, loved him at Milan, as an executive, as someone working on the higher level, just fuck off, dude. You suck ass. Heading out, fellas. Nos vemos y be safe. Nos vemos. Yes, sir. We'll see you later. We'll see you later. We'll be safe. Yes, sir. Toyotas. Take care, brother. Yes, sir. My boy lives in paradise in Mexico, yo. My boy Nico. Good shit. My boy's living in paradise. LOL, butt cheeks. Yeah, yeah. Hearing AJ, hearing AJ in his accent call call RLC butt cheeks. He was actually like saying a serious sentence and pronounced everyone's name correctly, but said butt cheeks for RLC. Oh, that was peak, bro. That was hilarious. That was fucking funny. This team is an embarrassment. Yeah, yeah. We looked just as confused, just as disorganized, just as leaky, just as weak-minded, just as disconnected as ever. As ever. Because at the end of the day, culture starts from the top. And at the top, we have Forlani. The fish rots from the head, and the fish's head is Forlani. It's like, guys, come on. Let me put this back on the screen real quick. Redbird Capital Partners has been in charge of AC Milan during 6 transfer windows. The acquisition was completed on August 31st, 2022. And there's the list of transfer windows that they've been in charge. Guys, come on. Come on, guys. Let's get real here. Can we get on the same page, please? Milan needs a developed, proven striker. Otherwise, instead of paying harder 20 million, bring back Camarda instead. Yeah, we could develop Camarda instead of developing harder, but we don't do that at Milan. That's not a thing that we do at Milan, dude. Fahadinho, listen, what they really should do if they had any pride, if they had any cojones at all, is bring in harder and sign a veteran striker as well. Go sign an experienced, proven striker. Bring in this young striker. Bring Camarda back. Sell Jimenez in January and restart this shit. Restart the striker department the right way. If they had any balls at all, any foresight at all, any footballing knowledge at all, that's what they would do. Fucking idiots. Did Kush delete his account? I can't find it. I don't know. It used to be Kush in the Milan corner. Now it's football Kush. Whatever, man. It's like, dude, he should rebrand at this point. Or at least apologize. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look, 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 look. Look at this. I'm giving them 2 summer mercatos. Here we go. Let's look, look, look. Put it on screen. 6 mercatos. 6. But this is the one that bothers me the most. This one right here. This one right here bothers me the most. Glazing an interview about Moneyball and then glazing Maldini hate. Glazing Maldini hate and glazing Moneyball. Kush, come on, man. Do better, bro. Please do better. Toyo Taz, butt cheeks, boner face, and harder. Toyo Taz. Oh, and don't forget Guido's favorite, Musa. Which Musa, man? Which Musa is Guido's favorite? I don't know which Musa he was talking about. Edison says, I think Kush might have deleted his Twitter. Maybe. He should. Rossoneri TV, Milanista 360, and MLM Podcast are the only credible Milan YouTube channels. That's right. Follow this channel. Follow Milanista 360. Follow MLM Podcast. Follow any other spin-off channels that they make between them, because these are people that are going to speak truth to power and are just going to be truth tellers. And also, please go like and subscribe to Footy Uncensored. I think we feel that this channel has a lot of potential. Go like and subscribe, because we can go off the cuff. We can go fully uncensored there without fear or favor. Here's the link. Here's the link. We're all the guys from all those channels who are truth tellers, we're all going to be contributing to this channel. So go ahead and go there. And we might not just talk Milan. We might talk all of Serie A. We might talk Premier League, La Liga, Bundesliga. So go ahead and join us over there. Give us some time to set it up and develop it, but this could be a long-term thing. Always the Glory Day Glazers who can't accept our reality as a club financially. Starch proof. Oh, starch proof. Okay. Glory Day Glazers. Glory Day Glazers? Do you mean just a few years ago when Maldini was in charge? Well, what constitutes glory days? I'm not that old. I'm fairly young. What constitutes glory days? Because if I'm not mistaken, we were lifting the league trophy not too long ago. We were going deep in the Champions League not too long ago. And this isn't us reminiscing about the glory days, dude. Like, what are you talking about? Can't accept our reality as a club financially. Dude, the only one who cannot accept reality is you. You cannot accept reality. Fuck off. Don't fuck off the channel. Fuck off this take. This take, undo this take. But please continue to contribute in the chat and follow the channel and watch the lives and go join Footy Uncensored as well, because any and all supporters is much appreciated. Hate is good. We want disagreements. We want debates. We don't want groupthink. We don't want human centipedes. We don't want to be attached ass to mouth like the other channels. It's so boring. It's just blends together. It's so vanilla. It just blends together. It's so boring. Tell you Taz, they're already overworking Modric. Dude, a lot of people are saying Modric is going to be someone we just bring into the second half to shore up the result or to unlock the defense to get a result. Dude, Modric is our best player by far. It's not even funny. This guy's going to have to play 90 minutes every fucking game, dude. Ay, ay, ay. Milan are ahead of the following teams in the UEFA Champions League: Real Madrid, Juventus, PSG, Man City. Eye emoji, eye emoji, eye emoji. That aged really well. That aged extremely well. Oh, I see Libyan Samurai. Listen, so we had it called Milan Uncensored, and we are going to go uncensored about Milan. Don't get us wrong, but honestly, there's so many really good debate topics outside of Milan. And for that channel to have legs and to have long-term success, we need to branch beyond Milan. Like this little ecosystem, this little micro chamber that we have going on in the Milan content universe, it's becoming played out, to be fair. Like if we're being honest, it's played out. There's literally us, the only channel talking the truth, And then there's all the other channels that are just Disney characters for Redbird. It's like, it's just played out. We need to get into other topics, to be honest. Interest is haram. Redbird is also haram. Toyotas, Fabregas got Como playing good. Yep. Nah, he got Como playing great, dude. They looked really good today. Holy shit. We thought Lazio's roster is pretty good. They have Sadi, who's proven in Serie A, proven in Premier League too. I mean, geez, he was pretty good. So I don't know. That's crazy. Fabregas is actually an incredible coach, and he might solidify himself as the next up and coming big coach. I think having a proven track record of success as a player actually does carry a lot of weight today in days. Players watch highlights and they grew up watching players like Fabregas, so it makes sense that he's able to lead young players and get them to rally behind his ideas and support what he's saying. Like that's the most important thing. If you have everyone rowing in the same direction, you can have a successful project. If everyone's rowing in the same direction, you will be successful. I want to read this one again from Raymond for anyone who missed it. I really hate the fact that I enjoyed watching my team lose. I fucking hate Red Turd and Gary, you fucking bitch. Keep up the good work, RTV. So these Glazers and cocksuckers and Redbird dick riders are gonna come out and say, these guys are happy that we lost. These guys are so look how happy they are that we lost. Look at them going live and putting out content. They're so happy that we lost, dude. We're pissed. We're really pissed off. We're very angry. We're vehemently upset of where our club is, where they're going, where they've been taken, how they're being led, and how you guys are complicit in all of it. Not only complicit, actively against anyone who's against it. Like, dude, we're not happy that Milan lost. We're fucking pissed. Super pissed. Rock Forlani is not qualified as a CEO to begin with, which explains why this is a failed management, especially in the sporting aspect of the business. Yeah. Forlani's a loser, dude. He's a weasel. He's an absolute weasel. If he was successful, he wouldn't even be working at Milan, dude. He'd be working at Madrid or some other proven club like this guy, or not even in the football world at all. He'd be working in fucking the NFL or like he'd be somewhere else. But instead, he's here with Greasy Gary and his fucking cocaine addiction and his little baby capital fund, where Oak Tree is 10x worth managing more funds than they are. Like it's just Forlani's a fucking weasel. He's just an Elliott employee. Elliott kept all of their good employees and sent Forlani as an ambassador emissary for their fucking little side project in the world of European football. That's who we got. We got their fucking throwaway. We got their throwaway guy. If he was an important guy, they would have kept him at Elliott. Instead, they threw him over here. Hey, can you go watch that little pet project of ours? Thanks. Fucking loser. Dan99. So, what desperate buy are we making for the striker position before the window closes? Great question, Dan99. What's up, my man? Thanks for joining. Great question. Your guess is as good as ours. Your guess is as good as ours. Hoyland, Vlahovic, Bonerface, Harder. Christ almighty. These guys are a fucking mess. These guys are a mess. And here's the latest news. There are two souls at Milanello that are not going in the same direction. Tare Allegri on one side and Forlani on the other. Yeah, I mean, hello, Liarts, Kratos, Kratos, come here. Psst, 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 psst. Come here, Kratos. Psst, 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 psst. Kratos, Kratos, come back, Kratos. Psst, 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 psst. Fahadinho says, AJ, no, they wanted to fire Maldini from the get-go. Regardless of what Maldini said, they have planned it before. They just kept him since he recently won the Scudetto, Forlani said during the interview. Yeah. They're fucking idiots. They pre-plan their idiocy. They're idiots in advance. They're trash in advance. Hamza, what's up, Hamza? I understand the frustration and it's always fuck the management, but it's only match day one. Yes, we lost to Cremonese, which is pathetic, but Allegri got it wrong and we have to count on him to change us. Oy. Let me refer you to the latest news, Hamza. I appreciate your optimism. Let me refer you to the latest news. There are two souls, Tare and Allegri on one side and Forlani on the other. Hamza, if they don't let Allegri and Tare do their jobs, how is Allegri going to change us, dude? How is he going to change us if he's not permitted to do his job? If Forlani still runs the show, how? 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 I'm sorry, man. It's just I don't know, man. Just keep watching. I'm not going to try to convince you. Just keep watching. Let's talk again in January or something, dude. Fahadinho Forlani said during the Harvard interview that to realize Gary's vision, Maldini was an obstacle. Maldini was the victim of their Moneyball scheme. Ay, ay, ay. Maldini wanted to win the Champions League. These guys wanted to make profit. It just, they weren't rowing in the same direction. It's so sad. Because with Maldini, you could have won the Champions League and made a profit. Every player we're selling and making profit off of are Maldini players. You're welcome. Like, come on, man. Fahadinho, some fans really lack awareness, especially self-awareness. Fahadinho, I would just add in there self-awareness. Read the Harvard interview and follow all of Cardinale's interviews. The writings are all on the wall. It's a business to them, selling merch and building stadiums, etc. Yeah, we're a shop of we're an entertainment. We are entertainment. The same way American franchises in sports are profitable, even if like the Cowboys and the Lions and they're dead fucking last and they can win once every 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years and still be have a huge fan base and people still buying all the merch and still filling up stadiums. That's what they want here. That's what they want here. They don't care about Milan winning again. If they win, great. You know, a little cherry on top. It's great if they do, but it's a consequence. It's not they're not pursuing that per se. It's a happy coincidence. It's great if it happens, but it's not their main primary objective. Their primary objective is to make money. Vadino Scaroni even said it. Their objective is just to reach top four. They're only interested in getting the money from reaching Champions League. The deeper they get in Champions League, the more money they get. Duh. Anyone with any sense would understand that. They apparently don't. But they never properly invest in the sporting side. Yeah. Yep. They don't know how to invest the money. They really don't know how to invest the money. How do we still not have a defensive ball winning midfielder? How? 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 How do we downgrade our fullback position? How? How do you make a bunch of money, spend a bunch of money, and downgrade the defensive department? How, dude? How do you downgrade our forward line? How is Chukwueze your first option for the wing? And your only option for the wing, other than Jimenez, who's a fucking fullback, who we want to be a wing back, and now he's gonna have to be a winger or a wing or whatever, dude. How do you go to Chukwueze and Jimenez being your only options off the bench? How do you go to Jimenez being your only striker? How, dude? How? How do you go from Teo needs a backup to just a Stupinian and no backup? How? How? How, dude? Lord have mercy, man. Lord have fucking mercy on our souls. Holy shit. Sempre Milan last week saying, Milan has the best team on paper. Milan are Scudetto challengers with this roster. Fuck off, dude. You guys are actually fucking idiots. Holy shit. You're actually brain dead. Holy fuck. Oh my lord. I'm praying for, dude, I am praying for these people. Have mercy on them. Lord, have mercy on them, for they do not know what they do. They do not know what they say, Lord. Have mercy on them. Holy shit. Ay, 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 ay. They're treating Milan as a mid-table club, Fahadinho says. Mid-table is right. As a mid-table club. How do you finish the season 8th place? And oh my God. It's so painful, dude. It's hard to even talk about these things. How do you go from 8th place and not learn a single thing? How do you make the same mistakes? How do you still try to just be profitable and put that first over anything else after finishing 8th? That tells me that you have no ambition at all. You have no ambition at all to win or turn this around. You have no ambition to turn this thing around. Libyan Samurai says, fuck him. Stop calling a friend. If it wasn't for Maldini and co, there won't be a Milan that we all love. Yeah, I know. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard. I mean, it's hard to stay friends when people do this. This right here on the screen. If you're not looking at the screen, look at the screen right here. Look at this. This interview about Moneyball. Superb. Maldini stepping out of line. He's not the owner. Kush hearted this. He hearted this. Kush, how could you, man? How? And what about this? What about this? Shit journalism as per about Bonerface being injury prone and not being able to pass a medical, possibly. Not just the Gazeta, reports out of Germany as well. All we did was report on it. Not only did we just report on it, I actually said I like Boniface as a striker. I said he has a lot of potential as a striker. I said Maldini liked this guy when he was at Bodo Glimt. How could I talk shit about someone Maldini liked? All we reported on was years on from him being free or 10 mil the following year from Bodo Glimt when Maldini wanted him. Years and years on from that, he's super injury prone and has issues according to all of these reports. That's all we did. That's all we reported. We even said that we hope this guy has success. We hope this guy comes here, they keep him fit, and he has an amazing season. And you know what they did? They took to social media, screenshotted the fact that we shared that news from the Gazeta and called us idiots. Called us stupid, called us idiots, called us a bunch of fucking spreading misinformation. That was a doozy. That was a beauty from people in the chat, from people posting about us. These guys are spreading misinformation about Bonerface's injuries and his fitness levels. That's what shit journalism as per. Fuck off, dude. Rock pulling all the receipts. I did not know Kush was anti Maldini. Glad I stopped watching his content. Dude, it's not just that. I have so much shit, but this is Ari's channel at the end of the day, and it is. And we're only doing public shit. Only shit that was on public stuff like Twitter and whatnot. Like, if you wanted me to really do a deep dive, dude, these guys were meeting with that guy Rocco, and this guy Rocco was just spinning tales about Moneyball and sustainability and how it's going to be a much, much more sustainable and better direction for our club. We're going to win a lot more going in this direction after Maldini. We needed to get rid of Maldini so that we can go in this direction, but you got to break a few eggs to make an omelet, and this is the right direction to go in. That's what this guy was saying. And all these content creators were eating it up, eating it up, eating it up. But I won't go that far. It's fine. We'll just do the most recent shit. Even during the new stadium planning, Maldini was fighting for the Curva to have their spot preserved. Yeah. It's bad. We don't have any Curva at our home games. I wonder if having the Curva at the home game would have helped us with the results against Cremonese. Because, I mean, I would imagine that they would be shouting epitaphs and they would be so upset. They'd be so angry. There's no way that they would accept that result. And the way Cremonese was dominating when we started to fall back and the results started to become more and more real, our players started to really drop off. There's no way our Curva wouldn't have jumped in and fucking rallied the troops. So that's another bad decision. Another poor decision from them that could be leading to or contributing to our sporting failures. We've in the last few years, Milan has already been poor at home and better away. We've already been poor at home and better away. Why would you take away our fucking curva at our home games? I honestly think we probably would have gotten a positive result from the Cremonese game had the curva been there. So that decision fucked us up on the sporting side too. These guys can't make a single decision on the sporting side that helps us. Not a single fucking one, dude. Pulisic is still not renewed. Maldini's Mike Mignon's still not renewed. Like, holy shit, dude. It's painful, dude. Kim, the Milan fan accounts and financial experts who kept on laughing and dissing out on Inter's financial problems and saying that, but they can't afford them. They need to sell either Lautaro, yada yada yada. Yeah, they held on to everyone. Held on to everyone. Even Hakan. Like, is Hakan gone yet? Like, what the fuck's going on? Is he staying? Are they literally saying you can't go? Like, what's going on there? And then they signed this guy Doof or whatever from Ligue 1. Like, listen, we're competing. So the guy from Lens that Inter signed apparently is a very, very good midfielder from the scouts, from Steve, from Hans, from all the guys who watch Ligue 1, watch every player, watch every league. They're all saying this guy Doof is a really good player. He's coming from Lens. I would put a club like Rennes in the mix with a conversation with clubs like Lens, right? So Inter is signing Lens's best midfielder. That's who Inter's signing. We, on the other hand, are competing with Rennes for harder signature. We're competing with a club of Lens's level for their signing, who they want to come to their club, while Inter is signing Rennes and Lens, their best midfielder. That's how many laps behind we are in the race, dude. They're signing a club's best player. We're competing with that same level of clubs signing for who they want for their striker when we don't have a good striker. And Allegri wants to play a two-striker formation. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, 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 ay. The more you talk about it, the more painful it is, the more scary it is where this club is heading. Rock, I don't understand this generation of fans. Redbird destroyed a winning team constructed by Maldini. Instead of building on top of a winning team gradually, they destroyed it. Yeah. Yep. They gut the team every year. We gut the team. And then everyone's like, we can win the World Cup. We can win the Euros. We can win the Gold Cup. We can win it all. Milan can win it all. What an amazing market. I mean, even IFTV, dude. Oh my lord, this guy's on CBS. CBS and Paramount Plus is becoming our propaganda channel. That's our new propaganda channel. CBS and Paramount Plus. Since Gary's involved, that's our propaganda. They all are high on Milan right now. Yikes. They destroyed the youth project. The Futuro got relegated, and our youth talents are jumping ships. Dude, they all want out. Kubis wants out. Everyone wants out. Liberali's gone. Our Futuro project, Voss wants out. Everyone wants out. Our Futuro project's destroyed. Our youth project's destroyed. Our first team is destroyed. They destroyed everything. They destroyed everything. But I'm just a complainer, you know? I'm just a negative piece of shit. Sorry. My bad. My bad for saying that they destroyed everything. Fahadinho, you're a piece of shit. You're a negative piece of shit. You're a complainer, dude. Dan 99, split management. Well, that sounds familiar. Ay, ay, ay. Dude, what does Forlani know about football, bro? Bruv, what does Forlani know about football? I don't care if every football decision is also a financial decision. I understand that. I appreciate that. But at the end of the day, this is a football club, is it not? Sporting results are the aim of a football club, is it not? So instead of saying, you guys, you guys just are so fucking naive. You guys just want to complain. Don't you understand that, when they make sporting decisions, there's a financial decision attached to that, and we need to be attentive to that? Don't you get that? Fuck off, dude. Go sit on your fucking thumb. Go sit on your thumb and spin. Libyan Samurai says, why? What did Lyre say? Lyre lives in Narnia right now, dude. Lyre is living in Narnia. He said, it's obvious based on our market that Redbird is letting the sporting people make the decisions. Lyre, Kratos. Yoo-hoo! Hello. Hello, Lyre. Kratos, are you in there? Hello. He's been disconnected for too long. He has no fucking clue what's going on, dude. And he's Albanian. Maybe they saw they signed Jashari and he got excited. Even though he's representing Swiss, dude. What a fucking joke, Toyotaz says. Toyotaz, season starting off on the wrong foot yet again. Are we even surprised at this point? No, we're not surprised. That's the thing. We're not surprised. This channel and everyone in this channel and MLM and Milanista 360 and all those guys, we're not surprised, dude. We're not surprised at all. This was actually very much expected, very much foretold, forewarned. Like, the only one acting shocked and surprised is Kush on his Cremonese live. I'm shocked. I'm shocked, guys. I don't even know what to say. I'm shocked. I can't believe it. I can believe it. I'm not shocked. I know what to say. Redbird fucking sucks. Fahadinho, wow, this was predictable. Football people don't mix with spreadsheet wankers. Yep. It was predictable. That's what I'm saying. Why is everyone so shocked? Why are you shocked? Why is everyone shocked by the Cremonese results? Like, I mean, I expected us to win, but I also expected us to not dominate. Like, why are we so shocked? Jimenez started. Leao was out. Estupido has been fucking trash. Pulisic is 80% healthy at all times. Jashari looked really raw in his last appearance. Like, why are you shocked? Why are you shocked? Our defense still looks shaky. Why are you fucking shocked? What is so shocking? Someone is getting fired soon. Dan99, I wish that were true, but the most likely result is that someone in the sporting camp with Allegri and Tade and the split that's happening in management, it's more likely that someone on that side of management is going to get fired, not on the financial side. Because at the end of the day, we're making money. We're in the green. We're making profit. We're still successful. When Gary calls and asks how that Milan project is going, Forlani can tell him, oh, yeah, we're making profit, boss. We're making profit. We're good. Raymond says Laird went deep into some pussy and came back out as a Forlani fanboy. The brother needs to be exercised. Yeah, we will. We'll exercise him. Don't worry about it. We'll exercise him. No worries. No worries. He'll come around. When he sees the results dropping, dude, he'll come around. Libyan Samurai, he a batty boy. He a batty boy. He a batty boy. Ibra is a batty boy. What do you expect, lad? Facts. Facts. Should have called it Milan Uncensored. Yeah, it was called Milan Uncensored at first, and we're like, you know what? This shit is played out. Sometimes we want to talk about other things. There's gonna come a point, guys, where you just don't want to hear about Milan every single day. We're still gonna talk about Milan every episode, but we'll talk about other things happening in the footballing world. Just to get our minds off it for a bit, you know? Rock, we should have signed him instead of Jashari. Who, Shaka? Probably, yeah. All right, last few comments here. Anti-lid Kiri. Appa. Apologize to Maldini. Apologize to Maldini. Right fucking now. Apologize to him. Oh, the Inter signing, Kim says. Yeah, Doof. Apparently he's really good. But instead of signing a League One's best player, we want to battle against a mid-table League One side for who they want. We're battling for a signing at a mid-table against a mid-table League One club instead of signing a League One mid-tables club's best player. That's our level. That's our fucking level. Liar is the only one with sense. Not right now, unfortunately. You were the one that loved Redbird. Stop the lies. Oh, sure. Okay. Sure. Kim, the Inter signing. Yep. Libyan Samurai. That's definitely a burner. Anti-lead Kiri, definitely a burner. Libyan Samurai. I have that Gary and his shareholders are deliberately phoenixing the club. They are milking us dry before jumping ship. You think so, Libyan? You think they're just burning everything down to the ground? They're liquidating us? Are we seers? Are we seers? Are they turning us into seers? It's possible. It's definitely possible. Fahadinho Rock got to go. Thanks for your time. Thanks for your time, bro. Cheers, cheers, cheers. It's a work day tomorrow, guys. Thanks for all of your time. Appreciate your engagement in the chat. Please go ahead and like and subscribe on the way out. We'd appreciate it, whether you're watching us live right now or going to watch us later on. Appreciate your time. Footy Uncensored. Go follow, go like and subscribe. We're going to have some knockdown, drag out fights over there. We welcome all opinions, even dissenting opinions. People who don't agree, we welcome you. Come onto the live. We'll talk about it. We'll fight it out. Disagreement is good. It gets us to compromise. It gets us to solutions rather than just glazing or hating. Let's find the middle ground. All right, guys. Thanks for joining. Ciao. Forza Milan, sempre. Grazie mille. Ciao.